Because it ain't meant for you to be using it. It's an Xfinity. It ain't no damn. Whatchamacallit.
Are you selecting weapons? I think in a song you're psycho. Let that crazy show. You just open the thing, smash the cut word. If I die here, we're all live. 100 million people watching.
All right, Kane, man, what you think of you watching The Boys, right?
Oh yeah, man. Here we go.
What you think about the new black girl, man? Because first of all, how do you feel? Y'all watch The Boys too, right?
Yeah.
How y'all feel about the black kid is like the members of the seven? Like, I think we all agree Mother's Milk okay, right? Mother Milk okay, right? So what do y'all think about what's that Black Noir? What's the fast dude name?
A-Train.
A-Train and his new, and we gonna talk about Sister Sage last.
Man, that bitch crazy. I
I'm gonna have to catch up on
A-Train,
I think,
A-Train is a story arc. Pretty much like most of the black celebrities.
Super cool.
Yeah, but now he's kind of realizing his ways from doing that.
So you think he actually gonna go through with this? Yes, sir. We talking about spoilers a little bit. We apologize, but this is kind of late. They talked about this a long time ago, to be honest. But yeah, A-Train was like, so you think he finna really go through this this redemption arc thing?
Yeah,
that's what they was built around. Yeah, he about to redeem himself.
I don't know, man. I done got love, man. I done got. How do I put this? He done let me down so many times, bro. I just don't really. You know what I'm saying? I can't just see it like another betrayal happen at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I think he because he pulled Drew just not too long ago. Sister Sage, I think she's doing some double agent shit. Black Noir. I ain't trying to say about Black. I like the original Black. I don't like the new one. He annoying.
You started it already, the live? No, I'm trying to. I think I did. Y'all gotta forgive me, right?
So what about Sister Sage?
Sister Sage on some double agent shit. It's been
double agent?
Yeah, there's a few times when Homelander does or say something a certain way, she has like a face expression about it. You know what I'm saying? Like she's just like, versus being all for it. Yeah, I think she on some double agent shit.
Sister Sage, double agent. I ain't even thought about that. I just think because I didn't see the last episode though, but I done heard what happened because I don't play that lobotomy shit, right? But yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, like I said, I'm on the same page as King is. Like that, she's a little bit too weird for my taste. You know what I'm saying? Digging in your brain and like finding arousal and all that stuff, and this.
It's not arousal. Her brain.
Oh, she definitely was aroused. Sir.
She probably gets aroused. No, it doesn't arouse her. It dumbs her down. Her brain.
You're right, but in the moment when it was happening, did you not watch the last episode, sir? Because I damn near wanted to pass out, sir.
No, because
you got disturbed, sir.
No, because her brain is swelling. So unlike our brain,
no, her brain is. She said it's not swelling. She said her brain is the only thing that on her that regenerates. So she lobotomizes herself to dumb her down. That's why it grows back. Not that it's swelling.
No, it doesn't stop growing. So she has to scrape it.
I don't.
I'll pull it for you later. But yeah,
why not both?
I mean, she didn't say that's why she did it. She does it to dumb herself down so she can be ratchet for a couple of minutes and be normal. You know what I'm saying? Because she hates herself.
But you said the process when she's
She
doing it.
never said that. She never said she dumps herself down. She said, unlike
really
the
said that
normal
when she was
human
telling
brain
me
that
that-
grows and stops, hers doesn't stop growing. So she scrapes it down to give herself some room.
That shit was so terrible. That sound that it made.
What the hell? I gotta watch this. I gotta catch up.
Oh yeah, boy's going crazy, man. Definitely going crazy, bro.
And I don't think she's like being a double agent. I think she's really just she's like a super fucking nerd, and she always probably imagine how would she rule the world. And I think she believes she's smart enough to manipulate Homelander.
Yeah, I mean I think the thing is like it don't. I guess it don't. It's not her doing that to her own brain isn't. I guess not a big of a problem because at the end of the day, it's like her brain seems to regenerate anyway, right? So
Yeah.
I guess she's gonna be cool, but I don't know. I just find it super disturbing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like last time I heard somebody being lobotomized, it's like this is back when they was when women had too much of a personality. You know what I'm saying? So they did what they was gonna do to keep them in line and shit like that. And that's just the most crudest method of going about doing that like imaginable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm like, bro, like just like part of what we do on this show is talk about like logical fallacies and how to spot it with other people that speak so black people don't get tricked anymore. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, like, nigga, y'all could learn like what this stuff meant and just to like have these conversations with your women and like kind of sway them away from you following upon logical fallacies to get their point across. You know what I'm saying? So, but like, yeah, I mean, and that's just one thing you could have did. But you know what I'm saying? But lobotomizing women, lobotomizing people, no, that shit crazy. But like I said, to see her do that on TV, to do something I'm feel so uncomfortable doing that you barely even see anyway. It's just the most weird shit.
How did that disturb y'all? But y'all didn't see people's head get crushed, ripped off, mouth split in half. Like
I would
think that was the cleanliest of.
No, that was normal because you see that in horror movies growing up. See, that was the first time I ever saw somebody get lobotomized and act like she was getting aroused at the same time.
Yeah, bro.
And then you heard the scraping noises, and I was like, oh, it just made my stomach turn for a little bit. I had to close my eyes. I had to close my eyes.
Anybody that's feeling
I mean, the boys make you uncomfortable. That's not the only scene that made me uncomfortable. Like the dude when he was small walking inside the man's penis. I was very uncomfortable watching that scene. And then he exploded. And then it was really bad. I was like, oh, this is disgusting.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, the boys are crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
I haven't watched that one episode.
You gotta watch that and a little TV series.
It's basically like mutant. It's like basically X-Men, but it's rated R. It's like, but what do you think mutants will actually do? If
No, that's not the premise of the book.
I know, but I'm just saying that's kind of how the niggas is they got the most obscene shit and they do the most obscene shit, the most degenerate shit with their powers.
The process of the boys, they poke fun at Marvel and DC, and they're asking pretty much the question is, what would superheroes be like if they was under a pharmaceutical company and marketable? So they're like celebrities. So you know how narcissistic celebrities can be in our world. Imagine people with powers being like that.
Bars. Okay.
Oh wait, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Nah, got a squeezy stomach. I don't mind you watching that because boy, people.
Anybody that's feeling spoiled from this conversation, best believe we doing you a favor. You need to be prepared for all this crazy shit that's on that damn show. Okay. So, Chicago Black Delegation Podcast is a show dedicated to the reshaping and reclaiming of black culture in America. The intention of this podcast is to improve the conditions of blacks in America by way of platforming different ideas. At no point will the views shared on this podcast, be it the show's title, conversation headers, individual express ideas, or otherwise, should be interpreted as an attack on other groups, but rather as a means to a greater end for blacks in America. Views shared by individuals does not represent the views shared by Chicago Black Delegation, its staff, or others guests unless specified. Hold on, I got one more thing to share. Let me just one more thing there. Messages. Hey, somebody share to the other group chat with the Destiny group chat.
I got it.
Okay. What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. I'm your host, HT, aka High Thinking. Can the guys go ahead and around and introduce yourselves so we can get this on out of the way? Starting with you, Kanye. That was bars, boy.
That was
It was bars.
That
it was bars.
Kanye.
Stop hating.
Kanye. Talking about Kanye.
Jesus. Hey, this Kanye here. Black Delegation Podcast. 810 subscribers, people. Keep the numbers going up. Roll to 1,000.
Roll to 1,000. Roll to a stack.
Go ahead,
it's my
Real.
turn.
Black
Okay.
Panther.
You Hollywood?
I'm
The celebrity's back, y'all.
right.
Hollywood Real.
I guess I'm Hollywood real now.
And
man,
I gotta
you know
change
what I'm
it.
saying?
And I gotta go back and change all your titles to Hollywood. That's a lot of editing for me.
Man, I like the nickname, by the way. Yeah, man, I'm back, man. I'm happy to be back, man. This is a great discussion. This is right up my alley, man. I'm just glad to be back. Appreciate y'all welcoming me back, and yeah, let's get it.
And this nigga. Go ahead.
You already know, man. King Savage, man.
Cream Savage. All right, whatever.
King Savage from low ass dreads. And cream on your face, nigga. No homo, no diddy around here, man. Good, let's get it going, man. Savage, let's roll out.
The technician's screwing up again, man. It ain't my fault. Yeah, man. So again, hard thinking. Chicago Black Delegation. As Kanye just stated already, we had 810 subscribers. We began a ridiculous amount of love lately, so we very much appreciate that. Thanks for everybody that's already tuned in to us. So like I said, for those that's kind of that's maybe coming in on like a specific videos like the Tiffany Henry thing or maybe the Tariq thing, we did we here are primarily focused on what I'm saying, the upward trajectory of of black culture and stuff like that, and we're gonna be pretty much cruising through a lot of really hard hitting topics that we believe have a stronghold on the culture, and we which we can use these topics to I would say instill a more dominant, progressive and not self-serving as far as us as individuals, but self-serving as for us as the collective. You know what I'm saying? Black Americans. Whereas I know there's gonna be some Tariq people watching this, the FBAs. So like I said, without further ado, as far as what we're gonna be discussing today. We got Shez Sharday, who is she's one of those kind. You know who Shez is, right?
I've heard of her.
So you you just heard of her? You don't really know much about her.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you can call it, some people might call it a black pearly things. So she's a manosphere content creator, just much like what's that girl with the locks that she used to have the locks? She's light skinned though. Melanie King.
Melanie King.
So it's she's a lot like her. A lot of people would say, but Shez does bring her own flavor to this discussion. From what I've seen, she's been pretty balanced in a lot of the things that she says. I haven't seen anything I didn't like about her, but there is definitely things you can find out about a lot. There's a lot of things you can find out you don't like about a lot of these manosphere content creators. It just is what it is. But here, it's not, the conversation isn't necessarily about her. It's more so about the fact that she chose a pretty interesting topic to discuss with us, right? So we're gonna take it here. We're gonna show you about what a lot of black men have been saying, or what they think about other black or dating black women that have a history of dating white men. So.
One of the things that I've heard over the years is that in certain cultures there's this unspoken code that if a woman in that particular culture dates out, she kind of gets ghosted or she pretty much gets excommunicated, right? I've heard this, that this happens in the white community sometimes. If a white woman decides to date out or to sleep with a black man, that she will be completely excommunicated, or that there are certain white men who just want nothing to do with her. I literally know a white woman who actually told me and had expressed to me that she was dating a white man who was actually going to break up with her because he thought that she might have slept with a black man.
All right. So, in relation, it's like the example she just gave, right? When white men found out a white woman dated a black man, they get excommunicated. And apparently, this is not just the white people. It's other, like, it can be other cultures as well. Most likely. So I'm gonna take it. I want to ask everybody. I want everybody, get involved, kind of get involved here. Real quickly, would y'all? Do you think women should be excommunicated from their groups when they dabble with other races of men?
No.
Go ahead. All right. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, no, I don't think you should be excommunicated from your group because you found love in a race outside your group. That's silly.
Sherelle?
No. Although I don't agree with interracial dating, it's just not something I practice. Not something I teach my daughter. But no, I feel like everybody deserves their own experience.
Okay. King?
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just everybody else. Nah, it's kind of silly. And, I mean, people do that because they feel inferior to other races. They feel like if you chose outside your race, that makes them feel inferior. So there's a lot of self-projected insecurities in that whole little notion of living your life, man. That shit don't matter.
Okay, cool. So, as y'all see, the Chicago Black Delegation Podcast unanimously believe that black women, especially, but all women, rather, all women deserve that experience, right? If they, spend some time with men outside of their nationality groups, and then they make their way back home, at least temporarily, then she shouldn't be excommunicated. You know what I'm saying? So that's what these guys believe. Let's find out. Let's see what the other gentlemen believe across the internet.
Only you prefer dating black women. That's the context, right? Your preference is black women, which is most black women. Does it matter if a black woman you're interested in had a white or non-black boyfriend in the past? Okay, so let's look through some of the responses. Here's this one got some really good feedback. It says, "I don't date black women that have dated cookies or chads." This is SYSBN forever. Now, that's interesting because my understanding SYSBN definitely open to dating non-black.
Who dated cookies and chads?
Any comments, guys?
I mean, he's funny. I mean, he said, well, you dated some bunch of thug-ass niggas, stupid niggas, I ain't fucking with you. If you dated a nigga named Chad, I ain't fucking with you either. So it's like...
I'll say this, man. From certain experience, I find it a little harder to date women that have dated guys as thugs or whatever, because I feel like you always kind of compare it to that falsehood of masculinity when it comes to being a thug, especially for black men. Chads and shit, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's like the douchebag white boy or whatever. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, I really don't find that shit to bother me. It really just matters like the mindset of the woman at that point in time. If she's grown past all that, I don't give a fuck, really. Honestly.
Yeah, but that's if she's gone past that. You see what I'm saying?
If she ain't, then stay away from me. If you still trying to date Chads and Pookies, and you want to date thug niggas, I ain't no thug, so shit. Stay away from me.
just for clarification's sake, like these weird fucking names, like there's the Ling Lings, and then there's the Tyrones, and there's all of them are just representative of like typical names that stereotype names. But when you see somebody say Chad, they're always referring to like a white person, no matter what an American white person,
like a fuck boy white boy, the pretty fuck boy white boy type,
You can say that, yeah.
And the Pookie is like the no good, dirty dick Rodney nigga.
The ashy, what they call it? Ashy, what they call them?
Oh, Dusty nigga.
Dusty,
That's the Dusty nigga.
That's your Dusty.
That's what a Pookie is, and a Ray, and they got another name, right? What did you say, Tyrone?
Yeah, the Tyrone.
Tyrone. Right. So,
I think white people just call us Tyrone. I think that's a white people thing.
Or Jamal.
No, black people
Jamal
call us fucking Tyrones. White people don't.
I ain't never seen no black person call somebody Tyrone.
You
just call
never
them
seen a
Tyrone.
white person call motherfuckers Tyrone.
No, that's definitely a thing.
Think about it. You don't know no white person named Jamal. That's why they call it.
No, I'm just saying like.
They definitely
like a
do
Jamal,
that shit. Yeah.
fucking
If
Jamal.
you got a J name,
That's how
they definitely gonna call you a fucking Jamal.
You're a fucking Jamal.
No,
But you're
my name
wrong.
is Jeremy, bro. But
Yeah.
it's your fucking Jamal.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck y'all be hanging around?
I'm just talking about like this. I'm just speaking on internet lingo. Like when you see people, when you see people in these Twitter spaces, like I said, this is pretty much how it kind of go. Like, so like a black person gonna get called, like
They call you fucking Jamal.
all these, That's just how the internet lingo go for anybody that's like confused about it. But let's keep going.
Black woman, for sure. Now, some of them, to my understanding, prefer Black women, but they may go to other countries, maybe they go to Haiti or Dominican Republic, whatever. But a lot of SOS femurs that I'm aware of are very open to dating non-Black women and actually prefer to do so. So I find that interesting that would be his response. Now, here's another one. Walking First Thirst Trap. It says, I wouldn't Black women who date out have some type of animosity towards Black men. Like, imagine ending up with a divester, and I have never dated outside my race either. So that's pretty clear. I mean, I don't even think a divester would date. Well, I don't even know at this point, because it's like some of these divestors, they're like divestors online, but then in the real world, they're dating who they can get, which is Black men. I would hope no Black men would ever get with a divestor, aka somebody who just hates Black people. That would be.
Okay, I want to clear something real quick with this as well. All right, so as far as the big divestor conversation, okay, hoes like this, okay. This is what people don't know about, like, divestment. For starters, first of all, divestment simply means you're just separating yourself from. It's just a act of separation. That's what like divestment means. Now, in terms of like the divestor, or even referencing like Black women empowerment spaces, these women are simply stating that they want to separate themselves from anything that isn't conducive towards their upliftment, their empowerment, their freedom, and anything like things to that nature. You know what I'm saying? That's what divestment like is supposed to mean, or that's what its original intent was. Fortunately, a lot of since not just the fact that YouTube just promotes this stuff. I mean, like obviously because there's an audience for it. Like people just love to see Black women like this on Black men, and the vice versa as well. The divestment spaces has pretty much is dominated by Black women that like just criticize and is overly analytical or overly critical of Black men. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear Shez say divestors, aka Black women that hate Black men, like on YouTube, that's typically how it goes. But a Black woman that knows what divestment is, and knows the meaning of the word, and knows the meaning of the movement and all that other stuff, is it literally just means that she doesn't want to give no pookies, she don't want to give no Ray Rays, don't get no Dusties. However, if she had any damn common sense, she know that all Black men aren't Pookie, Dusties, and Ray Rays. You know what I'm saying?
It's the problem. It's not that she hates Black men. She just hates the one she chooses. That's the problem. I mean,
maybe
that's the thing.
Maybe her
too.
picker is off.
Yeah, that's the problem. People don't like to. I hate to say it, good old Robert, take accountability for their actions. Yeah. But she's just a bad judge of character, so she judges all with that bad judge of character, and that's the problem. Nobody hates a certain all Black women. They hate a certain type of Black woman. Same with the women. They hate a certain type of Black men, but we're not all the same. But they attracted to that type because that's what they prefer, and they hate that's what they prefer. So they get bad and lashes out.
Bro. I mean, okay. All right. Well, y'all got anything to add to that? Y'all agree with this?
I don't know. I read it, man, and I just wanted to say this, man, when I read it. Man, most black women that I come across have dated white men didn't have that best of experience. Yeah. So I don't know. I ain't really never met a Black woman who's just like, yeah, fuck Black men, I'm not gonna date them. I seen it online and stuff, but I have never really met a Black woman that's a divester like that.
Yeah. They definitely come very like rarely. I think a lot of women do probably. I'm pretty sure women do come across this type of content on their timelines and stuff like that, and they would engage with it. I mean, you'll see little sprinkles of it, like when it comes to like high profile like celebrity things, like such as Jonathan Majors or Jonathan Owens and stuff like that, and maybe some other things as well. But for the most part, yeah, you don't typically. I've never personally experienced any of these divested type of women either. But I just want to provide some sort of a clarification for those that don't know like this internet lingo, because I know we're gonna have a lot of people like Dalton people that's interested in the Tiffany Haddish stuff, and they're gonna be watching our stuff, and they like, what the heck is a Tyrone? Like, what's a Chad? Yeah, so I want to just kind of clear up some of this stuff along the way, so they don't get caught up in the sauce. Let's keep going.
I'm not gonna lie to you. They supposed to know that off back. What we talking about? These supposed to be people at the culture.
Suburbans, man, they can
be a nightmare.
Come on, let's go.
I would think that would not work out very well at all. So, but this comment is interesting because his belief is if a Black woman has dated out, then they have animosity towards Black men. That's his perception. So for him, he doesn't like dating Black women who have ever considered dating out because those Black women display some form of animosity or self-hatred towards Black men, Black people. Very interesting. Here's another one that says, I prefer Black women. I don't care who she dated in the past. The past is the past and doesn't concern me. So here's a man, he's just like, well, I don't care as long as she's good for me and we work out that time. I don't care who she's been with in the past. I can understand that. Let's see some other ones. This one says, it matters most, in my opinion, if she's even been on a date with another group, she's cut. Okay. He's like, no. He's another one, yes and yes. Okay. Yes, if she has tried this world, do not make her your girl. Okay. So now here's another one that says, no, it doesn't matter. Here's one. It says, met a woman I was really into, gorgeous, played soccer, told me she had a child. I said, no problem. I was patient and eventually saw her child. The dad was white. Like redneck white, aborted mission, just couldn't bring myself to do it. That's...
Yeah. So that's the first batch there. Any, like, I don't know, gut reactions and stuff like that?
I mean, I understand why my man's got up out of there with the redneck white one, because some of those Black women that do that, those rednecks be calling them all types of niggas, disrespecting them. It's like a slave master type relationship with it that she got a little fucked up in the head. So I understand why he probably got up out of there. I done heard about those type of Black women.
Yeah, I can't lie, man.
Those are fucked up. Yeah, those.
What would you
date them types?
What do you expect from a woman like that? If she were like, it's one thing to get with a good looking like white dude or whatever like that, but like if you saw like her baby father, and this is some grease monkey looking like redneck white dude that drinks beer and with a mullet and just everything you see, like all the negative stereotypes you see from TV, that's the baby dad she shows. Like, what do you expect from a Black woman that shows somebody like that as a baby's father? What do y'all think about that?
She possibly may hate herself. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You said, well, hold on, she what?
She possibly may hate herself.
Oh, hate herself?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I mean, those relationships with those you see those type of people is literally like a slave master type thing. They degrade her, but she hangs on every beck and call, like she treats him like master. The more she disrespects her, the more I guess he kind of like likes it a little bit more. It's a real fucked up dynamic. Like he said, that's why he aborted the mission, because those type of Black women have a real psychological problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's just how that happens for women that's raised in the South in that type of dynamic. You know what I'm saying? So,
Kanji, what you think?
Yeah, I'm agree with King.
So they I don't know. See, I'm not the type of person that likes to jump the gun as far as hunches and things. I think the right thing to do, in my opinion, all right, is ask the questions and see and kind of see where things are as far as her current mentality. Because there's, like I said, in my opinion, people are going to make mistakes in the past. But I think the important thing is, have they learned how to have they progressed in their mentality and stuff like that. Like if they've been stagnant, like in their I don't know, not just the selecting process, but like that's just their mentality in general. Then there is a likelihood that she hates herself to some capacity, because she dealt with some white dude that is possibly a racist. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. There's some people would. I think some people would take contention with him automatically being like a type of person that just abuser, mentally or physically by way of like racial slurs and stuff like that. Because he dated a black woman. Like some women will say that.
They like to do that though. They like to date them to make it seem like they're not racist. They like to fuck them. Yeah, that's cool. But they're gonna treat them like shit and make her feel bad about her being who she is. It's not the same. It's definitely not the same. That shit is different. You know what I'm saying? Those black women definitely do exist, and they definitely be in those type of relationships, and it's fucked up. They have a problem.
Yeah. Do you feel that's the way with any black woman dating it with any type of culture, or that you just got your opinion about black women with white men?
No, that particular type of white man, not all white men. That particular type. But you even have the ones that the blue collar ones. They do the same thing. Not all of them, but it's some that do the same thing. They even though because they dress nice and this like that, but they say shit to the black woman. You know what I'm saying? They get a little racist sometimes, but not all. But some of them do because it's how they're raised. Like the other day, Zach at the baseball game. This is a children's baseball game. The little white kids started making racist noises when the black kids got up to bat because they were losing. But these kids are between the ages of 7, 8, and 9, maybe 10 at the highest. So they're taught this. You see what I'm saying? They're taught this at a very young age to act a certain way. Because you grow up, it doesn't go away. You learn how to hide it in society. Then one day you may like a black girl. Like, oh, I kind of like her. But that racist shit that you restored is still kind of embedded in you. So it steeps out sometimes.
Yeah. Institutionalized racism.
No, that's not. Well, that's like social. That's like passed down social racism. It's passed down social racism, stuff like that.
These are kids. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They're teaching them to do this.
Yeah, the racism definitely ain't. Yeah, I think everybody watching this probably has a pretty good firm understanding of that already.
And then there's black people. We always taught to be better than them, let them say the shit instead of just start slapping motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's like the same shit when we have Kitty here. And she was talking about when she had the white dude approached her, it was like, wow, you're pretty for a black girl. Just
yeah. And I was surprised that's like a real, like a thing that really happens.
For a black girl.
They say it all the time.
Yeah. I hear a lot of black women
because
say
they don't
that.
like black girls. And when they say that, they're like, oh, I like you for a black girl. They would usually skip past you.
Yeah, for sure. So
well, that's what I
So
always
to all
say.
you black women out there, just realize you always gonna be second to they little white little females.
Oh God.
Oh,
Hey man, but yeah,
So stick with us.
Stick with us. It's definitely, man. It's definitely tough. Selecting people, and I mean, like, and that's the thing. If you're gonna select somebody from outside of your race, you are gonna have to be I would say sensitive about like conversations like this and conversations that can spark between you and that person. Whereas if you was with a black dude, albeit we have like our own like issues, right? Is just that those issues, the issues that you will be dealing with, that you could see in those other men as well, right? You also kind of have to add on the fact that you got to implement, you got to get with the culture, get with this program, get with the family's program. I know some women don't particularly mind in not being close with the family and stuff like that. I think that's a problem, you know what I'm saying, for a multitude of reasons. But I'm just saying, like, it's just for the family thing especially, like, it's just easier for black women to get fitted in with a black family, you know what I'm saying? They don't stick out. They don't there's no prejudices and stuff like that outside of maybe like some weird shit coming from a weird, like somebody that's just weird to your family or whatever.
That's what I always say. Uncomfortable conversations create healthy relationships, but people aren't willing to ask the questions.
So I'll just keep going.
I did the pro-black thing in the 90s. I moved away from that. That I never really fully understood like the pro-black thing. I'm like, because you're never not black. So either you like believe in yourself or you don't. So are you saying you believe in yourself into the 90s, but then you stop? I don't think I ever really fully understood what that meant. Because I know pro-black has such a negative connotation, and I get it. There's a lot of scam artists out there, people who are just using terms just trying to get money out of people. So I understand that, but I'm like, but the idea of believing essentially in yourself and wanting to create a reality that helps improve yourself and your people, the fact that that's looked down upon as something negative, to me, it seems rather problematic. So that's why I'm like, I want to understand more what that means.
Okay, I want to get a thought out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think she thinks pro-black. I mean, I'm sorry, Shiz. I'm sorry. All right, we love you over here. I'm just saying you was just completely wrong about what pro-black is. Pro-black is not some self. What's the word? What's the terminology she tried to use? Because it kind of just bounced off of my head real quick. Okay. It's not a thing of like self-confidence, right? It's not. That's not what pro-black is. Pro-black is more of like a political movement. It's more of like a strategic, political, social, economic movement that's aimed at progressing the black the black ethos. You know what I'm saying? The black community. You know what I mean? She thinks it's just like she thinks it's just this self-confidence thing, and that's just complete.
I mean, it has a certain thing to do with confidence too, teaching you about oneself. You know, they always taught you was less than a man. You know what I'm saying? So, back in that time, you were taught to be more, believe in yourself. You're better, because they always taught you that you were not better than white people. So that pro-blackness was saying, no, we either better than you or we equal. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's yeah. But like,
it did have some confidence to it. She's not wrong in that part, but it's way more to it. It's just in having self-confidence.
I just thought it was.
I don't think most people when you think pro-black, bro, I think it's always something that's way bigger than just self-confidence. I think that's just one small aspect of it.
Because it started in the 60s and 70s when black people didn't have confidence in oneself. So it had confidence to tell you to walk with your head held high versus looking at the ground. You see what I'm saying? That's how they taught niggas to be. You know what I'm saying? To be ashamed of being oneself. So
I think that's anybody that's like stuck on that as being what pro-black is.
No, I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying anything about you.
I say anybody. It's part of it. I'm saying anybody
that thinks that's all what pro-black is, they need to just update like their understanding of pro-black. Are you going to say something real?
No, I was just kind of in agreement with you. I just kind of thought it was just a movement of just building ourselves to be better. You know what I'm saying? Whether that is confidence or finance, whatever, neighborhoods, et cetera. That's just my take on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this dude says, so when you read a comment like this dude that says, I tried the pro-black thing in the 90s. I mean, we're talking about, the context of the conversation is dating within your race. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, if we were to like respect the context, we understand that he's not talking about something that's like just limited to self-confidence. He's talking about building with a black woman. This is building with black women. That is a facet of being pro-black. Listen to Umar Johnson. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you all about it. So that's the main problem I kind of had with it. She kind of ignored the context to some extent. Cons, you got anything to add?
Nah, I think that's silly to think that, because he did say that he actually tried it and moved away from it. But pro-black is a confidence thing, and supposedly he tried it in the 90s and he moved away from it. So what does that say about him?
Yeah,
he lacked confidence in oneself to be part of the community, so he moved away from it. He couldn't hack it. He couldn't hack it.
He couldn't hack it.
And he got the fuck up out of there.
Yeah.
Right, so let's keep going.
And what's the alternative? To not believe in yourself? To be against yourself? That's why I'm like, what's the alternative to being pro-black? To just be individualistic and then just wait for everything to kind of disintegrate? I don't. I'd be curious to understand more there. Here's another one for sure. That's one of my deal breakers. This one he says, it matters her DNA has been damaged if she's had unprotected or oral sex with a white guy due to the
I just think this comment is just funny as hell. This is a crazy comment, man.
Hold on, let her get it out, man.
The DNA's been that's the first one. So the DNA's been damaged? What? There is something to be said about, I think it's microchimerisms, which is, I think there's more theories behind this. I don't know if it's ever been proved, but it's this idea that anytime a woman has sex with a man, his genetic material remains in her body. So
It does.
yeah, if a black woman has had sex
No,
with white men or multiple white
that's
men,
not true.
it's
They hold it-
quite
they hold
likely
the
that
semen in for a
there
while.
is.
They say they absorb a lot of
The antibody starts killing off semen.
No, I know what I'm saying, but they hold it. No, they do hold it for a while. You're right. No, they hold it for a time period. That is true. They do. They store it. For
What
a
do you?
while.
What do you, bro? What are you talking about? Why you even bring that up then? Why you bringing up? You just said that antibodies destroy
But,
those
no,
semen cells.
over time?
What? How long do
But
you
if
think it's gonna take?
But if you come in there asking him, my nigga,
Look at the context of the conversation.
All I'm saying, you don't know how long she could have with you next week, nigga.
Oh, you killed me, bro.
This is a Google moment right here. You might have to Google.
So
this.
how long does it take for a woman to kill semen cells? All
I ain't
right.
gonna lie to you. It take more than 2 weeks, though. I can tell you that. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Well, they say the body makes new DNA every
But
7 years, right? Is it every 7 years?
It
Body
makes new DNA.
New DNA type.
But we talking. Listen, bro.
He said DNA change.
He said
I don't
that
know
shit
how the
dead.
fuck
I
the
build,
DNA
I
gonna
build
be
saliva
damaged.
every like 20 seconds, okay? So what do we got to talk about the human body?
Well, I'm saying what different parts of the body is producing stuff at what different times. This is a Google moment. 'Cause I don't even know.
All right,
I don't know.
all right, thank you for taking it back to the Google. That was the point you needed to.
Well, yeah, because I don't know the actual,
All right, man.
time frame.
Yeah, boy.
How
Yeah.
long can semen stay inside of a woman?
Even that, you are aware that the marrow in our bones is what produces the blood. So it's constantly gets flushed out through that way.
Yeah.
So how does that damage the gene pool?
Oh no, he just acting a little crazy. She's not really
Now, if he wanted to go on a
He's
more,
just being crazy.
if he wanted to go on a more
over-exaggerated.
spiritual level and say maybe it's some
Sometimes.
type of spirit or something, I can see that.
So
But
white people have different spirits than black people?
I mean, no, everybody has different spirits.
Yeah, we all got different
We all got
spirits.
different spirits. That's just.
How?
she could sleep with a black dude and
He's
DNA
more
could
probably
be
going
messed
off
up.
culture.
I mean, the spirit
I'm sorry,
can be
man.
messed
People,
up. Because you got me saying DNA now, but you can sleep with a black dude and still have a jacked up spirit.
We didn't popped up these damn Mad Hatter hats and fell down a rabbit hole.
I don't
We
know
can't
what,
climb out of
bro.
those.
We talking
I
about
just
spirits
don't
now,
know
bro.
where the hell did this comment come from, man? This comment is just insane. Like,
Yeah, okay.
it really is.
So yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to find out how long semen lives inside of us.
it's about 15 days. It's about 15 days.
That's cool, bro.
This dude act like it's gonna stand there for like 20 years.
That's
he
what-
like the DNA is messed up forever.
Yeah, bro.
She's just no good
ruined.
now. Like a white man has
Oh my
nutted in her. It's over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
I can't agree with that.
So
one.
yeah, so whatever. Just yeah,
Who the hell is that
Yeah.
dude?
yeah. The 20 years thing. Yeah, he
Yeah, he-
seem like that shit lasts
he-
like an extra long time, bro. But
Right.
Jesus.
White genetic material left in her body that's not necessarily outside of the realm of possibility. I guess for him, that's a deal breaker. It says black women that dates white men are worse than black men that dates white women. So this is funny. It's like I'm hearing the divestors argument, but in the reverse. Because usually I hear black women being like, oh, well, black women do it, it's fine. Black men do it, it's bad. But now he's doing the reverse. Here's
all right. So what do y'all think about what that guy just said? Black
No,
man,
that's just silly. That's
double standard, basically.
Yeah,
Well-
there's no way to fucking.
I think Real might have a contract.
Hold on now. Let me say this. Let me say this. When a black woman date a white man, the whole black community of women be congratulating her.
Oh,
And when a black man date a white woman,
Oh.
the whole everybody be like,
That double
all the
standard.
women be against him.
double
and shit.
standards everywhere.
Right. So the double standard is real. Now I will say this. The only reason I would have a slight problem with it is because most of the time when women date men, they are in a submissive situation. You know what I'm saying? It is just by nature that us as men dominate our relationships and our families. So I don't personally find it comfortable for me. And I'm okay with people dating outside their race to do whatever. But I personally don't find it that much so comfortable that you would submit to a race of a man. So to me, that's why I feel like he on the right track, but it's pretty much all the same. You know what I'm saying?
Both like the man
Right.
and the
Men
interracial.
dating,
yeah.
dating outside, women dating outside. It's
All the
pretty
same?
much all the same.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's I think for you, it depends on who dominates the culture in the relationship. Are these kids gonna grow up as black kids, or are they gonna grow up as American kids.
Unfortunately, man, when you see a lot of mixed kids, man, they be kind of confused.
And yet, you are absolutely right about
They be
that
kinda
because you know
confused.
I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of biracial kids talking about, hey, when I go to my white side, I see a bunch of
Right.
racism. I go to my black side, I see a bunch of. I go to my black side, I see a bunch of racism. But I'm like, you need to understand. These kids just don't seem to understand that black people are being disgruntled about about the systemic oppression, about white supremacy is a completely different type of quote unquote racism than what you see on the other side.
And what I do see is, and what I don't like is that some of these parents don't prepare that mixed child for the racism that they're gonna receive, because no matter how much white you got in you, if you got that little percent of black
they
in
gonna
you,
treat you like
you're
your
gonna
food.
always get treated the same way as a black person. So it don't matter, and that's what I don't like. They don't prepare that child for what's coming in the future.
Now I have heard some people say that lighter skinned people just get treated better than darker skinned people.
Not always.
Not always.
always.
Not always, but I mean, sometimes, right?
It depends on what space you go in.
It's technically how you look.
Yeah.
It's still the pretty privilege. If you fucking ugly,
Right.
they gonna treat you like a piece of shit. If you look a little pretty, you get a little pretty privilege for it. That's all that it is.
Yeah.
But it's not anything connected to skin complexion.
Not necessarily. Not all the time.
That's for certain people.
But what about business though?
That's
what
for
about
certain
getting
people.
jobs?
No, I've never seen that.
Not
in
even with
jobs.
the jobs. Fool.
I don't think
Really?
so.
They
Hell
treat
no.
light skinned niggas just like niggas. It don't really
Yeah.
take.
Right, it don't
Unless
fucking
only
matter.
way you get something different is you really pass off all the way white, and you don't know till you see their daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something like that, maybe.
It's like,
The father matters, yeah.
the father matters. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like I told you, like Will has half white children. You wouldn't know they were black into them till you saw their father, because they look more white than black. So they get benefits in the job world and things like that of that nature because they actually look white.
But my, like, say Jay Rashid, for example, coming in with his locks and stuff like that, it's just not gonna happen. No matter what.
It doesn't matter. Even though you're light, you're still a nigga. You look more nigga than white.
Now let's say this though. Let's say you got a light skinned dude, you got a dark skinned dude. Now, if the light skinned guy agrees with more of the white
ideas?
supremacist ideas, then he goes further. Kind of like that dude. What was that dude? He was kind of like doing like he got fired for sleeping with all those women.
Oh, Udoka.
That dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He went fur because he kind of deviated from being black almost. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of went a little further with his light skinnedness.
Well, you know why.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? He had some other stuff going on too.
Yeah, okay,
you know what I'm saying?
all right, you know, as long as we know.
But hey, you know,
We're not xenophobic, but you know, this is difference.
Right.
That's all.
yeah.
Reason when he says, I
So so let's continue on.
prefer she never tried other races, but it's not a deal breaker. He says, here's one that says, I wouldn't care unless he is a felon with a rusty prison shark or part of some kind of supremacist gang. Okay, so this dude doesn't care. Here's one that says, yeah, but matters. The ones that say it doesn't lied. He's like, y'all are lying. Y'all are lying. Okay, I'm not worried about anybody that came before me. Okay, here's one in the course not. Here's another one that says, as long as there was no history of dating multiple felons, I have no issue.
Yeah, so a lot of people are just kind of starting to say, okay, if it was a low quality white dude, then they have a problem. Likely to do what we was kind of talking about earlier regarding, okay, she has like a tendency of just choosing low value dudes, and that could be indicative of her like overall mentality and stuff like that. Right. I'm just gonna say what I said earlier. Again, there could be a chance of growth there. Like she can know that, okay, I can't do this ever again. I want to choose a higher quality man, and that just might be you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be. To be realistic about it, it's a lot of women, even a lot of men. Okay, a lot of people don't like to downgrade their options, their dating options. You know what I'm saying? If I pull me a 5 when I was 22, I'm gonna go for a 6. You know what I'm saying? My next relationship, and I personally like literally, I did tell myself all throughout my teens and my 20s, I can't get with a girl that looks uglier than my last girl. You know what I'm saying? But as I got older and understood, got more mature, I understood there's more qualities, there's more things that women can, there's more things to women than just her beauty, you know what I'm saying? So I was looking for things outside of beauty to complete to look for as far as a wife is concerned, right? So, I don't know any.
But I think when you made the comment of there has to be a show of progression in her mentality. It has to be an arc in it. Like, she can be like, "Oh, I got away from this person, got away from the person, got away from the person." But if you see a pattern in the type of people she's dated, then that could be problematic in the end too.
I agree with you.
For sure.
Because that means she hasn't really learned anything. You just came in between her choosings.
Yeah. Any final thoughts, guys? That's pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much it for me.
Get to my boy right here, man.
Oh boy, here we go.
So you got a problem with the
Yeah.
All right. yeah. You dummies is bleeding into the next video, and we didn't introduce the next video yet. So if y'all forgot already, how we do this is we do one video at a time, right? And then we do another video. So I have to conclude the last video in order to start the next video. You niggas is talking about the next video in the middle of the last video. All right. And I needed to explain that to the audience as well, and I also made it entertaining. So yes, Shez. So like I said, we appreciate your work. It was please don't copyright claim us. And for the most part, it's definitely been very interesting seeing what a lot of black men think about black women that date I say they race. It's like I said, I mean, and as my homie said as well. Stuff don't really matter, man. I mean, if anything, if the quality of the man is like subpar, then that can raise a lot of concerns. But for the most part, any rational man, any rationally minded man will consider the past of will consider a woman's decisions in her past. Like, he will consider those things. But I would offer to those men that ask the right questions, you know what I'm saying, and just understand and get to the nitty gritty of, did this person progress her mentality so that you guys can better are better match for each other. It's just like simple vetting, you know what I'm saying.
Uncomfortable conversations create healthy relationships.
I should have just said that. My bad. Okay. So now we're gonna get to the next video. Okay, so this is gonna be. I'm gonna try to. So with this one, let's try to keep like our rebuttals a little bit brief, just a little bit brief, because it's gonna be quite a bit. So, that's all. Obviously, he still completely express your ideas and stuff like that, though. But yeah, it's gonna be this dude. He's finna say a lot. Okay, so what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. I'm your host, HC, aka Higher Thinking, and here we are taking another look at Tariq Nasheed. He just got fresh off of a very, very viral debate with Myron Gaines of the Fresh and Fit fame, Sneako of Sneako, and a bunch of cronies. Cronies. We did prefer kanji. Cronies or cronies? What you like? You know, remember what a crony is?
We ain't there for that. I'm gonna tap those in your head next weekend.
Okay.
We will get there.
Okay. So a bunch of cronies talking too much shit, and Tariq Nasheed had to regulate, at least in my opinion. Let's kind of start off the conversation with asking you guys this. What y'all kind of wet your feet a little bit as far as the conversation regarding Tariq Nasheed and the FBAs. Just like give me like your overall opinion about like either FBA or Tariq Nasheed.
I got nothing positive to say. Go ahead, Will.
I just think that the FBA movement is the right movement right now. You know what I'm saying? Got us on. We I feel like we on the right track to some. I like Tariq Nasheed. Think he's pretty creative. Think he's pretty cool. I listen to a lot of his. Lot of his lives and podcasts and things. Very knowledgeable brother, man. So yeah.
Well done. Well said. What you got, Ken?
Oh man, I mean, I know Tariq. Shit, I used to listen to him a lot when I was younger. I mean, I used to think he was a very intelligent person till I got smarter. There's no shade to my nigga, but yeah, I mean that shit works for. No offense, brother, but when you learn a little bit more in life, you just learn a little bit more in life. It's easy not to be so swayed by big words all the time.
All right, so
You got this man drinking water. He finna talk some shit.
so so me personally, I'm a mixed bag. So I think this is extremely dope because we got four brothers that have pretty different views regarding like this movement as a whole. All of us are descendants of freedmen, if I do believe so. Like, which y'all people come from Alabama, Mississippi, and the South and all that shit, Arkansas and all that shit. So, like I said, we are all descendants of freedmen, but we all just have different opinions about what Tariq Nasheed and this movement is about. You know what I'm saying? But we do have a very, very interesting video. Tariq Nasheed is a very good speaker, and he does clarify a lot of things, a lot of misconceptions about FBA, and I think I'm wondering if some people will change their mind after seeing this video. So let's check it out. How would I start? 11 minutes. These live streams, bro, they be killing me. Look at this. 2-hour live streams, bro. Even though we ain't know better though. We know better. Some people be going for like 5 hours. Yeah, they lost their damn 7 hours. I'm like, y'all sleep?
Fucking Fresh and Fit, 7 hours. Dragon Ball Z, they doing too much.
Dragon Ball Z, 7 hours.
7 hours.
Just watch the cartoon, bro.
They was arguing about, I guess, who was. But I'm like, 7 hours. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, 7 hours. Damn. I watched an hour of it. Oh hell no.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. We have a Fresh and Fit watch on the podcast. Sorry, y'all. All right.
Here we go.
All right, let's go.
The hashtag and term American descendant of slaves, that was created by Yvette Carnell and our brother Antonio Moore. They came up with a term and a hashtag, okay? Watch my words very carefully. Watch my words very carefully, okay? And around 2018, around October, November, I learned of the term ADOS, or American Descendant of Slaves. But let's go back. And first of all, let's articulate what the issue is. As you know, and I'm jumping back and forth here, I've been promoting ADOS and also threw in Foundational Black American for clarity. I'm going to explain that, why it was important to do that. And I've been promoting that, ADOS, and really getting it out there. And Tone and Yvette, they had an event this year. A lot of folks came, great event. Tone invited me to come. They didn't invite me to speak. Tone did a video saying, yeah, I invited Tariq, and he didn't show any interest. Tone just kind of basically gave me a courtesy invite, like, hey, man, you ought to come on down. It wasn't like, hey, come on down, speak, and we'll bring you down. So it was a courtesy invite. And I'm like, okay, I'll check my schedule. So I didn't think too much of it, but they had the event, and I didn't want to take no shine from them. So if you notice, I've been very cordial to Tone and Yvette. You can't find anything of me saying anything disparaging about Tone. I've said some things about Yvette because I've had a problem with Yvette from some years back because of the disrespect she showed Dr. Frances Press Welsing, who was almost like a mother figure to me.
Okay. So, we don't got to say much about like what we kind of seen here. He was just kind of laying out some setting here about like how he kind of the first time he would have been meeting the ADOS movement and stuff like that. And we talked about the ADOS movement on this podcast before. So if anybody doesn't know what ADOS is and you want to know our interpretation of what that's about, then we have a video called Introduction to ADOS or Meeting Yvette Carnell. So please check that out. But let's go ahead and move on to like the next section of it so we get into what he's getting at. 16. Oh, the hard part.
We're talking some real talk right now. The reason I'm talking about this now is because this week a New York Times article came out about ADOS and big article. And my name was mentioned in the article. They called me, and I had to clarify a lot of things. And the article was actually like a hit piece. And Tone and those guys, Tone is very happy about the article. Tone is like, yes, Tone is on some shit. Like, yeah, we've arrived. ADOS is here. I'm the founder, and ADOS is here. We'd arrived. So, okay. The article is not a good look. And the reason why, and Tone loves it. Tone is just gushing over this article. I know what the deal is. Some of the language in this article was basically targeting it's really putting a spotlight on a whole bunch of people, and it's framing ADOS as a group. That is a problem. The article is about framing ADOS as a group. That's the problem. This is not a good look. And I wish people see this. Well,
Okay, so he finds that because ADOS is a group, he finds that to be a problem. He's gonna go further into why. So I just want to know if you guys kind of check in a bit and kind of let me know what's on your mind as far as what he said up to this point. He's gonna say a lot more. Don't get me wrong. He's gonna talk about why he believes this group thing is a bad idea. But do you all think that just from your understanding of like the way the world works and what's happened to groups in the past, do you think this ADOS thing is a problem that is labeled as a group from by way of this New York Times article? Anybody, not everybody got to.
What is the FBA? Is that not a group? Aren't they both groups?
He's going to get into that, so I'm letting him explain it to him.
I mean, it sounds like he's about to try to do some line here, talking about how it's not a group. That's what's about to happen. But they are groups. I mean, groups do get picked apart, and then say one group does something, it makes the whole group look bad. You can be labeled as a terrorist organization. I know he's about to go with it, but everybody has groups. Everybody.
Anybody else?
Everybody has factions.
Well, since I know a little bit more in depth about FBA and where he going with it, but I'll let him explain. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord!
But I understand.
Oh, the Tariq hate is real right now.
Right, I understand.
Let real go.
I understand the terminology, where it came from, where it first came from, and why he decided to go with FBA. I think that ADOS being labeled as a group was a mistake. They should have nipped that in the bud right away. Also, I know Yvette Carnell and someone else named who I don't know.
Tone, Antoine, something.
Yeah, they started talking about they were leaders of this group and all of that. And as we know, history shows whenever we have black groups and black leaders, they are always attacked.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I believe. That's what he was going for. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't know they were saying they the leaders. So that's one thing you don't fucking do. Well, I lead this. No, now you're going to get, yeah. So you get assassinated and shit. So
it's true. Especially if that group start making some noise and start making some moves, then next thing you know, the government trying to figure out a way to,
That's when you start the
because then they locked my boy up that had the little thing down in Texas, and he had he was teaching black people how to shoot and all that, and they labeled him a terrorist group.
They found something.
They locked my nigga up for about a couple months. He said they had me at the black site on a fucking boat.
Teaching people how to shoot.
Because he was teaching black people certain things. He was a military nigga. So they looked at him as a real life threat, and they really abducted this nigga from his house, snatched the nigga up, and he was locked up. He was really gone for a couple months, bro. He was really in the hole. You know what I'm saying? So he had to come out his mind and act right. So
don't your black ass teach them shit else.
He really had to reevaluate. They really made him reevaluate his life after that.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Because they thought he had a group. He is right about when you say you're a grouper. I'm not going to say he's wrong. He's very right. When you say you're a fucking group and you lead something, the government be on your ass. So he is right. They shouldn't label themselves as a group. When they ask what you are, we just a people of many that come together. There is no leader. We're just speakers. Like you never say, you never put the helm on the crown on your head because that puts a target on you. You know what I'm saying? So He is right about that.
Okay. So let's let him further explain what's happening.
Let's be clear. The problem is we got to understand when these people are pulling a chess move on us, because now that article was using some very incendiary words like group, organization, different chapters, insurgents. So basically, they were sent.
Just real quick, that all of those things are accurate within the ADOS movement. They are. I mean, it is a group, and they do have chapters that make up of local people within the a township or whatever like that. They all collectively sit under one roof, and they deliberate amongst each other on how to move forward politically. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely group activity. So
Centralizing ADOS as a group.
Which is a good thing, mind you. That's what we want to be doing.
That was what the whole article was
We're getting that.
really doing. And I let them know I'm not a part of no group. I don't know. I'm not a part of no ADOS group. I'm not a part of no ADOS goddamn group. I'm talking about it from the standpoint of a lineage. You understand? I've made that very clear because I know what they're trying to do. The minute they establish this as a group, that's when they start to criminalize it. That's when they'll try to make this shit into Al-Qaeda. That's why you stay away from that type of shit where there's a group with leadership and hierarchy on it. That's when you stay away from that. I've told people about staying away from that. Let's be clear. And the problem is, I'm telling the reporter, hey, this is not a group. This is I'm going the lineage route. And the reporter was like, no, from what I understand, it's a group. It's a group. And there's chapters and there's this. And the reason why, let's be clear, yeah, dude, they'll pull that black identity extremist shit. They want to frame this shit as a group. The problem is we're going around talking about it's a lineage, it's a lineage, it's a lineage. But Tone and Yvette are the ones framing it as a group. They're the ones doing that. Tone and Yvette are the ones who are framing this as a group.
Okay, so he kind of further explains it. Just pretty much says that hey, pretty much kind of what King was kind of hinting at. You know what I'm saying? When you kind of identify as a group, that brings new challenges. He wanted this to be a lineage, and a lineage isn't necessarily something that's bound by partisan movements. Or you know what I'm saying? It's not. I mean, just because we're black, that doesn't mean we all vote Democrat. That's an example. With a group has one agenda in mind, and that's whatever the agenda, or that's whatever the group decides on what the agenda is. For the ADOS movement, that agenda is getting reparations. You know what I'm saying? So that means they're gonna move under one banner. They're gonna move under one roof. They're gonna delegate, debate, conversate, the whole nine, whatever it's gonna take for them to decide on who to vote for, when to vote for them, where to protest, why to protest, all of these things in between, right? So, and that, again, that's a good thing. That's what groups should do. But to make that a part of your lineage, that's when things get a little bit. That's when things get a little more complicated. Any thoughts regarding that before I move on?
I mean, not really, man. I mean, he said everything you're not supposed to do. I mean, he's right. He's telling them right. They need to check their language box and be careful because that's how you get snatched up from your house. That's all I'm saying. And being in the black side ain't fucking cool.
Real, how does sound so far, Real?
Yeah, man. You know, like I say, I agree. I can't wait until we get more further in depth about FBA, and I'd like to figure out what's the issue
with these haters over here.
I feel like if Tariq and she told you that pyramids were made out of tacos, you would just believe it. I think you would be like, hell yeah.
I didn't say I was gullible. Now I say I can see the point in some of the stuff.
I mean, now they kind of lost me with he kind of lost me how he wants to divide certain groups of black people if they came from the islands or if they came from Africa. They not really a part of what we got.
We finna go down a rabbit hole of.
I think you would have to further listen to him and see why he's saying that?
I mean, I heard him. I heard him say why. I just disagree.
Just continue. I'm gonna say a lot of my stuff till we get to the end.
I want to know what you heard. I just want to correct a few things.
yeah.
I think I
mean,
know why
You really can't correct what a man says.
No. I'm saying.
I mean, break down what he's trying to do.
Right. I don't. I'm not saying.
All right, I respect Red is, a little bit outnumbered. Like, we got 2 haters, and I'm just indifferent.
Jesus.
I don't hate him, man. I told you, he was the guy I really actually looked up to. And
Man, that don't matter. Cut that out. I like this guy before I started reading books and being intelligent. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? All right, come on, man. I'm gonna hit this clown button on you so fast.
And Tone always make a point to start saying, well, yeah, ADOS, I'm the founder of that. ADOS, I'm the leader of ADOS. So that confused a lot of people. Tone, even now, Tone goes out of his way to let folks know he's the founder of ADOS and he's the leader of ADOS. And then a lot of people start getting confused about ADOS. What's this group? No, it's not a group, it's a lineage. No, it's not a group, it's a lineage. Then people start getting confused. Well, I'm an African descendant slave, I'm Caribbean. So it became very confusing. So I said, okay. I'm going to go back to what I've been saying, Native Black American, but in order to hashtag it, I can't use NBA, so I use Foundational Black American. So that's why I started using Foundational Black American to go back to the Native Black American shit that I've been already talking about. That's why I started using that and started to use it interchangeably. That's why I started to use the things interchangeably. Let's be real. Let's be real. I started to use it interchangeably because I saw they were moving the definition of what it was. It was very confusing. It's confusing now. Let's be real. It is confusing. That article from the New York Times is a ball of confusion. If you read that New York Times article, you don't know what exactly ADOS is, but you think it's a group. And let me tell you something. This is the real deal. I just use it interchangeably to stop a lot of confusion. The problem is this. This is the problem with Tone and Yvette and ADOS. ADOS is 2 things. ADOS is 2 things. I want y'all to be very clear. Tone and Yvette said it's a lineage, which is what we were supporting. They said ADOS is a lineage of American descendants of slaves, which is what we are. That's what I was supporting. It's also a double as Tone and Yvette's political organization under the same name. Be very clear. This is what they're not articulating to you. This is why the shit is confusing. Tone and Yvette are conflating the lineage and their personal organization that's a political group. They conflate the 2 deliberately, and that's the fucking problem, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So that is apparently the problem, that ADOS is not just a lineage of which Tariq Nasheed assumed it to be, but it's also a group at the same time. Do y'all believe that's an issue? Or that's a real concern to have?
I mean, yeah, it's an issue because, like you said, they're trying to promote their political agenda to you. They're trying to use you as force of numbers and brainwash you to believe their agenda, what they believe is best for you. Not versus we all come to something as a whole. That's why they both lead it. It's not like I guess you say it's not like a democracy to a certain extent.
Not a democracy. Okay. So yeah, King understand. I mean, King agrees with Tariq Nasheed that this ADOS thing is flawed. You know what I'm saying? So
see how you worded that, right?
Sir, are you okay over there?
See how you worded that, right? He
go ahead. Hey, Ray, do you have anything to add before the hater? Like
shit.
Or you want to wait? Or do you want to clean up what this crazy person's finna say?
Hey, he gonna say some shit. Come on, let me.
I'm gonna go ahead and let this man expressing his disparity with the ADOS. I'm just letting him have it. Read around.
Man, I agree. I feel like it's 2 different. It's 2 different. It's 2 different agendas. You know what I'm saying? So let's think about it like this, right? We all have seen the terms where we were first Negro, Afro-American, African American, Black, whatever, right? Why we so unaccepting of this new term now that I think is a lot more accurate, because for the simple fact that blacks is evidence that blacks were here in America before slavery. You know what I'm saying? So why are we so kind of like against this thing right now? You know what I'm saying? But we haven't been against calling ourselves African Americans or blacks or Afro Americans, all of that stuff. But we're trying to get a new term. We are an ethnogenesis group, right? We do belong in this land. We may have African heritage, but this is actually our land. We have multiple generations of our people that been here even before slavery. So I don't see why we're having such a hard time accepting being called foundational or native Black Americans.
Because everyone doesn't meet that criteria to be called that. People just jump on a bandwagon.
Exactly.
Without any evidence
And
of
that's
it.
why he has
So,
a problem with the delineation movement. That's the whole purpose of that. We're figuring out who is who. Because now you got immigrants coming over here. Let's be clear. I swear to God, I kid you not. I just seen on Facebook the other day a girl I went to school with who is, I want to say, maybe half Puerto Rican or and half black, right? Do you know what she said? She said that Juneteenth is some BS bullshit that is a waste of time. And my comment was, well, aren't you Puerto Rican? You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they have some sort of African DNA, we have to accept them because these people that come from Africa and Haiti and all these other places, they do not have the best interest in heart for Black Americans. Number one, a lot of them are told that we are criminals, that we are bad people, and they come here with a type of disdainment for us when they get here. So by her saying that, it clearly shows that not only does she lack certain knowledge with Black American people, but she don't even resonate with us.
That may be her own personal choice, but the FBA practice xenophobic ideologies.
Not
retarded.
Not entirely.
Whether a little bit don't fucking matter. Like,
not
you
entirely.
Can't disparage
it's
people.
It's not xenophobic. Okay.
It is xenophobic.
It's not xenophobic.
It is xenophobic. I've heard the talking.
I'm. It's not xenophobic, and if an African comes over here and talk shit about you and talk shit in your face and tell you ain't shit and tell you ain't nothing and he's better than you and he done come to our country and reap the benefits of being an immigrant and then turn around and look at you and tell you you're nothing. There are Haitian guys right now on the internet spewing about how much better they are than you, how much they come over here and how hard they work and how much better they is than you and how you a thug and how you sag your pants and all of that crap.
Yeah, that almost never
happens. You know
happens.
What I'm saying?
But we're going to get into that.
That almost never happened. No, it's happening now.
What are you talking about? The FBA has just been guilty of that just as bad. What are you talking about?
Find me a case where that happened.
I wrote the shit down.
Okay.
Give me one second.
And here's the thing too.
I ain't gonna lie to you. What you said is true, right? What you said is about how Haitians feel, how African people feel about us. But that's not all people, though. That's the
exactly, and he explains that. If we listen further to some of his videos, he explains that those that ride with us. Those that don't, they don't.
No, but they practice.
And here's the thing, though. I would say it's better to delineate so that we can understand who is who. I'm not saying that we have to be xenophobic or go against them or have any disdainment for them. But what I'm saying is we have to delineate so that we know who is who. Because let's say we do get reparations, right? You'll have people coming from Africa to us, yeah, I came from slaves. I came from this. I came from that. But no one has suffered like our ancestors have suffered. The people that's here in America now, those people that's coming from Africa and coming from Haiti and coming from all those other places, their people haven't suffered on American soil the way our people have. So I think the delineation tactic is a way to...
Have you tracked your lineage?
My lineage is from Mississippi.
Have you tracked your lineage? Do you know for a fact that your people were here already? Because the value thing about the FBA is that they were already here to fucking begin with. So people that got here by other means don't fucking count. That's fucking stupid.
That's not what he's saying. He's
exactly
talking,
what he said.
He's talking about if your lineage goes back to the 1860 census.
Boy, do you know where the FBA started at?
What do you mean?
Do you know the history of the FBA? Well, they claim it started at.
I know the history.
Okay, right. So he's talking about the people that were already here to begin with.
No, he's talking about the people that come
back
from
to 16 something.
He's talking about the people that he's saying if your lineage can date back to the 1860 census, then you should be eligible for reparations or be said to be eligible to be FBA. Also, he also has said that those who have those who maybe you have a parent that's from Africa and your parent is here from America, you're still considered to be FBA in his eyes. What he doesn't like
In
is
his eyes, like he's some god that can determine who is and who isn't.
no.
People
I'm
jump
just
in
saying,
these groups
if he's the one that's being the spokesperson for it, then we understand.
The
But there are
self-appointed
other people.
spokesperson. I
But
didn't
there
see
are
that.
other people that talk about FBA. This is just the only person that I've been listening to that talks about FBA. But there are many others that talk about FBA. There are many others that that are, you know what I'm saying, in cohesiveness with his ideologies and their own, right? But he's saying like, don't be a person that has a dual kind of like allegiance. So don't come over here and be like, okay, well, you know I'm kind of black American, but I'm also African. So let me go and be with my lineage on this side, and then turn around and look down on people who is black.
All right.
Like I was talking about
He's
the Puerto Rican.
literally
All right. Hold on. No new arguments. Just comment on what he said so we can move on. Just comment on what he just said.
I'll leave. I'll wait till we get to
Okay.
That's why every time ADOS comes up, Tone starts saying, well, I'm the founder of ADOS. You're not. You can't be the founder of a lineage. You can't be the founder of a lineage. You can be the founder of a group. Tone and Yvette, every time somebody says, yeah, ADOS, they jump up and say, yeah, we're the leaders of ADOS.
Okay. So, I think y'all pretty much
But these few minutes of him, he just discussing his disparities with two individuals of a different group.
I mean, they no. Oh, this is like, I mean, that's the whole. That's what the conversation is about, right? He's just discussing like what the problems that the leaders themselves have. Or how do I put this? They're discussing the difference. He's discussing the difference between ADOS and FBA. He's discussing that the leaders themselves are saying this is what ADOS is about. What anybody else think about ADOS is kind of irrelevant for that matter. And he's let everybody know that from the horse's mouth themselves, this is what your group is about, and this is a mistake. You know what I'm saying? That's what this video is more so about, right? Let's go ahead and move on to the next. Unless you got something to add, unless you got something to address with that. Okay, we'll just we almost done.
Our group that we're the leaders and the founders of.
Very almost done.
That's what they're doing, and that's why there's confusion. I knew that's kind of where they were going with this thing. That's why I said, I'll just use foundational Black American, and I just kind of use it interchangeably, because when I say foundational Black American, I'm just talking about culture and lineage. I don't have a group called Foundational Black American. I don't say I'm the leader of Foundational Black American. I'm not the founder. I can't be nobody's founder. I talk about it in the same vein of a group, of a lineage, not in a group.
All right. So, do we have a problem with Tariq Nasheed not wanting to be the leader of this FBA lineage?
No, I mean, leaders get castrated. But, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, man. You gotta be careful using certain terminologies and words when you fucking around with the government. They will destroy your shit. I'm just saying, he is not wrong about what he is saying about that shit.
Okay. So,
This is what Tone and Yvette are not articulating.
My bad. I'm pretty much in agreement for the most part. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, when you just dealing with when you're dealing with I mean, how else could you say it? Somebody is intelligent, packs as much resources, has as much destructive power as, I don't know, the United is the most powerful nation in the world. A lot would say. I mean, you got to be careful about how you do things. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of is what I mean. When you don't think you're being listened to, you just so happen that you get a advertisement on Google advertising something that you spoke about in a private conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like people do listen. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I would say that we have to definitely be careful about how you move, especially when you want to call yourself a group and things like that. In which a lot of people would, some people have expressed like their concerns of even further, I don't know, problems regarding like people that call themselves groups and things of that nature. But like, yeah, I don't want to get too conspiratorial. So let's move on to the next point. 6:45. Okay. be doing this while y'all talking. 41. Wait, 9:31.
He did a lot of straw man talking around, start talking about opportunity zones, I know the data about opportunity zones, and he did this long bullshit spiel about opportunity zones, which is not what I was talking about. That's not even, but that's a straw man. You got to watch that around the block straw man shit. Then the real thing came out. That's what I was waiting on. I'm like, let me let him walk his straw man argument around. So it really, it came out, why do we got to have foundational Black American? Let me play out, look, let me put the video up. The video is why ADOS Black America does not support Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not a lineage you're talking about. That's not a lineage you're talking about. Okay, look, just the title. Now, I'm just showing you, they're not talking about a lineage no more. They're conflating it with their group. You dig? Okay, now listen.
Some of the discussions, I think, could be had privately, but everybody's their own person. They have the right to say what they say. Look, my position and everybody, ADOS is a lineage, but then it's also created by a movement of politics, a very succinct politics around the Black agenda and reparations.
Okay, so right there, it's a lineage, but it's a movement based around politics, so it's a political group, brother. Okay, we'll say that. Let me get it back to me. See, this is what I'm saying. Go say that and just be very upfront with it. This is a political group that they have, that they named the same thing so that it could be conflated. That's him saying. It's a lineage, but it's also this political thing too. So it's a group that they've conflated with the lineage. So when you speak about the lineage, by proxy, you're speaking about the group and you're bigging the group up.
Okay, so I want to ask this question now. I think many of us agree that with them conflating this group and lineage into like one collective movement or what have you, is problematic. Now, here's the curveball, okay? What if the intentions of that group, right, / lineage, is something like reparations for Black Americans for slavery, and that's something that every Black American or descendant of freemen does want. That's something that we all should aspire for. So is it really that big of a problem that this group, right, is working towards reparations?
I mean, it's a problem because you turn it into a group. Like we keep saying, you're not going to get that reparations or even get far because you put that group title, and organization makes you like a gang. Like I said, if one person acts out in that movement, they would treat it as a terrorist group, and then you would be dismantled as such. So it doesn't matter what your intentions are. If you put yourself under a group banner and say somebody like my man Real go out and say, I'm about to go do this for reparations and kill so many white people in the name of reparations, we're not going to get far after that day. Now this is treated as a terrorist group. Even though the Ku Klux Klan kill niggas and do the things they do today, nobody bothers them. You see what I'm saying? But if a Black person do that shit, they're going to stump you out before you ever get too far in life. So, yes, it's a problem just because it's confusing the ideas of lineage and group. Once you conflate those lines, you know you're crossing into a different territory. And they need to be prepared for what they do when you say, I lead something. Because when you say that shit, you're going to be the first guy to go to jail. You're the first guy being put in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, it doesn't matter if it's about reparations or not. You got to change that shit up.
Okay. Gentlemen, like I said, the question was, is it still a problem that this group is fighting under the banner of reparations, fighting for reparations, even though we all kind of detailed the problems of being identified as a group? Y'all ain't got any idea about or opinions about that?
I agree 100% with King on that.
Okay, so you're gonna co-sign, yeah. Okay. Let me just find the next 45. And this is gonna be the last part. 4600.
I was gonna say that, dude. We get it. He don't like Tone and Yvette.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
No, I mean he's really trying to teach them for making a big mistake.
Because it is definitely a mistake, man. We done seen it.
We done seen it happen too many times in history, folks.
With
you
the
got
Black
to be careful.
Panthers, like
you got to be
I
careful
mean,
with that group
just-
work. You have to be careful with it. They all get dismantled.
boy,
They
they
get
locked
infiltrated, and they get destroyed.
Wherever he's from. Yeah.
All right, y'all ain't got to be jumping on Kanye. All right, let's go.
So deal.
All right, come on.
I
All
ain't
right,
talking about it. It's just shit. Hey, man, he trying to teach a nigga.
all right,
They
come
should
on.
not
All right,
be
come on. All right.
A lot of-
You can't leave that.
People thought I started it. That's why they keep naming me in these damn articles. I don't want them naming me in these articles because y'all, if you're talking about it's a goddamn group, and when you say it's a group, you're putting a target on motherfuckers' backs. The minute you say it's a group, all of a sudden.
Before. He got pressed before by the
So
government.
did.
Oh, yeah.
Showed up to his house.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, you know when a man get pressed before? No,
He say, I ain't
motherfucker.
trying to go back there.
Bar.
I ain't trying to
Don't
get
show
pressed
back
no
up at
more.
my fucking house.
Hey, when you
Yo,
get pressed
yeah.
before, you learn your lesson.
Yeah.
It make you into a whole different person.
He
You
actually,
gotta be careful, man.
He got
he
pressed
had-
a couple of times, actually.
yeah, he actually did talk about
Yeah.
that in one of his interviews too.
You
Hopefully, I'll
can
be
tell
able
he
to find
got
it.
pressed before. You can tell. Hey. I'm
Literally,
trying
he
to
had
save
the
you niggas.
FBI show up at his house.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta find that interview for y'all.
Yeah,
When he talked about that. No, he literally talked about how he got pressed about the FBI about
Oh,
something.
it's in his speech and his body language. You can see the fear.
Yeah, he must have told him something.
He's like, I don't want to be associated with no goddamn groups, okay? Stop putting my name with that shit,
He
okay?
can see the fear. He's like, please, don't put me in no more articles. Please.
Like, you can see, like, no, don't come to my house, man. I ain't got shit to do with them niggas.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's that. Good. Well done, King. That's your short moment. Well done.
Now we can label them a subversive group. They can do all types of stuff. The minute that article came out, I started getting all types of calls from the media. So we're going to go there. Let's go all the way fucking there. Y'all been hating because y'all been very resentful. Y'all don't really like me. And I don't give a fuck about that because I'm on code. I don't care about Tone and Yvette as people. But if you're on code, I'm rocking with you. I don't give a fuck about you as people. I don't like none of you. But I'm on code with you. I never fuck with you.
Relax. Let's get through the.
He said-
Relax.
But he said
Don't
he on
respond to him. He's just triggering people. Jeez.
Yo, Cody fucking with you.
I'm on code with you, and I don't have to be. I'm not getting nothing out of promoting your shit. But when you start reframing it and then conflating it, and then it's a group and there's chapters, I'm cool. Y'all own something else. That's not a lineage. That's a group that you guys have. Tell people what you guys got going on and stop double speaking. Stop the motherfucking double speaking, man. And tell people what the hell they're supporting. Get on code with it. No shade. Get on code with it, my G. Tone, my brother. This is love. I'm talking big brother love, whatever. Tone, my nigga, you my G. No disrespect. Tone, you don't have the charisma to galvanize a lot of people like that.
All right. So it's gonna be two questions, okay? I almost forgot the second question. So let me. I did forget the second question. So let's start with this question. Charisma. Any concerns about this dude calling him out for not having charisma?
Call it what?
Call it Tone, the dude that we just saw, the other dude, the video he just played. He said that guy ain't got no charisma, bro. Is that
he didn't look like he had from just a steel frame or so. But it looked like he's just trying to help niggas, man. And if they taking this as a place from a negative place, they fucking fools. Because I guess they ain't been pressed before yet. So when they get pressed, they'll change their tone.
Sure.
It's gonna happen.
So, you ain't got nothing. That was Rob Kanji. That's ad hominem Kanji. Like that's your cue, bro.
I was just saying, we listen to this man have a clear disparity with Tone and Yvette. Obviously, he don't like though, and he said exactly what he gonna say.
So you gonna so your angle is it ain't about this ADOS, it ain't about this FBA shit. It's about I don't like these two people, and I'm gonna.
It came out his mouth. It came out his mouth.
No, he said, I don't give a fuck about liking, but if you on code, I'm rocking with you.
And that was my first question.
That's all.
That was my first question.
We
So
don't gotta like each other to be on code, my nigga.
Okay.
If you on code, we gonna do business.
But they go down.
So can I ask a question then? Why do you have a problem with the delineation movement then?
I don't like how he tried to the whole litigating and who's who. I feel like black people don't need more division. I believe we need more unity.
I agree, but can we delineate and still be on code with other people that's not necessarily? I mean, because there's a difference in certain Hispanics, and certain Hispanics recognize that. But when it comes to going against other people, some of them know how to get on code.
No, you're right and wrong.
Okay,
Because
well,
when you delineate,
hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying, and I want to hear why you say that. What I'm saying is that we can be our own ethnogenesis and still be on code with Haitians, Africans, and all of that. What I just don't like is when I hear these people that look just like us sit up and say all of these disparaging things about us. That's why I say I agree with the delineation movement. Also for reparations, I agree with it, because if we start inviting too many people in, it starts to become a clusterfuck. And then we really ain't gonna have a chance. The chance for us to get reparations is very slim now, but it can happen. I see it on the right. It's on the right process, right? Mm-hmm. But if we start inviting Haitians and Africans and these people and all these people, that shit is gonna get convoluted, and we definitely ain't gonna have a chance.
I mean, I agree with you. They're not invited to the reparations party because they got other people they got to talk to. You got to go talk to London. You know,
Thank you.
Know what I'm saying?
Okay,
you gotta go
perfect.
Talk to Italy. You got to go to France. You got to go talk to people who fucked you over. America didn't fuck all y'all over. Okay, everybody had a little hand in slavery. Like the Haitians and Jamaicans niggas, that's more little France and Spain. You got to go holler at them niggas. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to go get your money from them niggas.
So my question still is, why, if you know this, why are we still
Because you made it about reparations. That's a different argument. If you're talking about who needs to know who is who for reparations, that's a different argument.
I think he believes that the FBA movement is a separation.
It is.
From being on code with certain people. And I promise you, if you listen to some of this man's lives, these people.
That's right.
Lies. I swear to God, you will hear people that black like us, but come from different backgrounds. Swear to God, they have so much negative stuff to say about us.
No, I agree with you. I met those type of them, but some of them are not like that. But
it's not all of them.
But the reason why they even feel that way is because they're brainwashed, and that's the problem. Television, music videos, and things of this nature.
Thank you.
It dictates you, and then people believe stereotypes. All people believe stereotypes, like how we believe white stereotypes. They have black stereotypes about us that is promoted through the world, and they see that. But the problem is when they get here and they actually see those stereotypes in real time, they lose the respect for you.
But that's not all our people.
That's right. But we are we are the most people that always get judged by our bottom. Every black person is not a degenerate person. And that's actually a small group of black people, but it's amplified to be the majority of us, and that is the problem. And that has something to do with the government, how they promote us. And I don't judge those people for being misled, because people are always being misled on this planet. But that's why I say people must educate themselves. And
it's not always the government promoting that. It's, I always say superiority complex or racial superiority. Right, all races do it. I don't know. We got this crazy idea that only white people do it. No, everyone does it. And if you ever argue with these idiots, I mean, especially FBA and ADOS, they believe that black people are the pinnacle of humankind. That we started everything. That no race would be here without us. That no race would prosper without us. And that's fucking stupid. How is it that we're supposed to be the pinnacle of mankind? We started all. But the people we created kicked our asses in every aspect, in every country, in every fucking way.
I disagree with that.
How you disagree with that when it's shown? Who runs this country?
No. I'm not disagreeing with who runs shit. I'm not disagreeing with white supremacy. That's what you're explaining. I ain't disagreeing with that. I'm disagreeing with the fact that you say that we think we're the pinnacle of everything. No doubt.
Hold on.
Blacks.
Hold on. Hold on. Because I wrote it down. I believe they're deranged, right? I think FBA, ADOS are fucking grifters. I think they're fucking deranged. Maybe not all of them, majority of them. These are the ones I talked to, and crazy Botox face over there on the TV screen.
Damn, son.
They believe they're the pinnacle of mankind, the birth of all cultures across the world. They believe they are superior to all other blacks of other ethnicities of other cultures. And they believe that every other culture outside of the FBA are jealous of them. And they use terms like tethers and fleers targeted to non-American blacks. This is a fact.
Okay. First of all, where did you get that
I ain't
article
gonna lie to
from?
you.
That's when I
Who
argued. I
wrote
wrote
that
it down.
article? You wrote that.
No, I wrote down me arguing with people of the FBA ADOS, different groups, different comments, stuff like this. This is shit they come up with, and I just jotted it
I ain't
down.
gonna lie to you, right?
I have
could
never
be a
heard
comment.
that.
That could be a comment of a person that feels like that way in the FBA movement. If you read that right, and it was
No, hold on, wait, so up,
If that's like
wait.
the law.
No, I'm gonna stop you where your head.
All right.
When we get to that Myron shit, that dumbass fucker on the screen came out the gate saying shit just like that.
I mean,
I heard.
can and can't say,
I heard the
or how-
debate. I don't agree.
I ain't
with
gonna lie
you.
to you.
I listened to 3 hours on it.
Their first,
Hey, King.
when they first approached him, they started off with racism.
No.
Their first comment to Tariq Nasheed on that debate was, George Floyd has been dead for 4 years. How you feel about that?
Don't
They
go
s-
too far into that debate. Just
They
keep it surface level.
right. They started off with racial epithets when they first approached him with any of that. Now, where you getting that information from about FBA believe
From
that
actual
Pinnacle?
FBA people, I wrote it down.
I mean, it's
Nobody-
heretics in any-
nobody-
any
That's
group.
they
Nobody,
do treat it like
nobody
that.
believes that.
He
Everybody,
said it out his mouth that if you from outside, you cannot comment on FBA. He makes comments like
Okay,
this all
okay.
the time.
Can
This
I
ain't the
ask you a
first
question?
time.
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
If I come to your house 10 times out of the year or something like that, right?
Sure, you be welcome.
But I'm asking, do I have the right to come in and comment on anything in your house or how you run your house?
Aren't you a human being?
I'm
Well,
saying,
hold on.
do
I'm
I
asking
have
you a
the-
question. I'm asking you a question.
I
Aren't you a
have,
human being?
okay, I have the freedom of speech to say that, but do I have any
right.
validity
Does he have a
to
right
come and tell you how
Aren't
to run
you
your
a
house?
human being? If I'm running my house in
Sir,
a
you
certain
kinda-
way, that's
you
not
running around.
No,
the question.
if you let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
If we're both fathers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your daughter's a pretty young girl. Me knowing you, I can see you're a phenomenal person. If you see me up there smack my daughters around, you be like, "Hey man, I don't think you should be doing that." Aren't you commenting on how I'm running my house?
You can give me some advice. You can give me
A
some advice.
comment,
If I'm in the wrong, I'm in the wrong, right? But you can't. I can't come to your house and tell you how to run your house. I think what we having the problem is we having people coming from outside of our lineage telling us how to run our shit. Just like old girl was on Facebook talking about, well, Juneteenth is some made up BS, and then you got another idiot. Oh, well, the government made it up. When it comes from Opal
That
Lee,
comes from individual
and-
ignorance. That has nothing to do with the overall scope of things. And
But
the FBA always makes it a point that if you're not a foundational Black American, that you can't comment on anything that foundational Black Americans do right or wrong. That's fucking stupid.
not
We're
true.
all humans.
If you're wrong, you're wrong.
They don't accept wrong
Everybody,
is wrong.
I don't know. See, I don't know where you getting that information because I ain't never seen that.
Because you just agree with what the fuck they say.
No, I do
When have
not.
you ever disagreed with something Tariq Nasheed said?
I disagree a lot with what he says.
Name one.
There hasn't been a situation at which I had to disagree, especially not in this video. Especially not in this video. There hasn't been a situation where I had to disagree. What I can disagree. I can tell you that sometimes when he takes his arguments too long and start using ad hominems and start kind of going back and forth with people, I kind of feel that's a little distasteful.
That's disagreeing with a method.
That's a
Disagree
little
with what he's
distasteful.
presenting. We all know. Everybody know I watch Fresh and Fit, right? Cool. I believe some of the stuff Myron says. I can run a whole argument about things I disagree with Myron says. An entire argument. But when you have people that's part of these groups, it's a sense of pride, right? It's like, yeah, I'm part of something. I'm part of something
Well, he
bigger
just
than
said this not a group. It's a lineage.
group, lineage, well, the fuck. He probably don't fucking know his damn self. It's just a pride, right? It's a sense of something. But now it becomes a superiority complex. Because now it's like, oh, well, if you're not part of this lineage, then you're not phenomenal, or you don't move a certain way, or you're not. He has said these things out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's silly. Like, everyone does this. This is a known thing. Every race does it to each other. Every group does it to each other. It don't fucking matter.
I think you get in the context of some things he's saying kind of misplaced. It's kind of swaying your judgment a little bit.
Like,
what I think he's saying in most of these situations is, let's take the example of the documentary he just made about the hip hop. We all know for a fact that these other races of people pretty much had nothing to do with the creation of hip hop. We know that they have been people that picked up on it and innovated it down the line, but we know they had nothing to do with creating that. And I think what he's trying to do is help us be more proud of the things that we created and stop letting people take what we've created and then dub it as their own. Just like with hip hop, we got this 50-50 argument, and we know for damn sure ain't no goddamn Puerto Ricans had no 50-50 and created no hip hop. It literally came from our people. And what they did was they added on to it, they adopted it, and then they kind of innovated it going a little further, but they had nothing in creating it. Just like they tried to put Africans and Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans and then blacks. That's not how that go.
Okay.
It's
now,
blacks.
So hold on. Now, no.
I'm saying black Americans.
No. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong about that. But what I'm arguing is the very thing you're saying that these people do, they do. They say the same things. We were here, and we got over here by boats, but we were already here too. You saying 18 something? You're actually wrong. It's 15.
No, I didn't say we got here at 18 something. He's talking about the 1860 census in order to get reparations. There are plenty of evidence that clearly shows that we were here way before 15 something and 16 something when slaves came over here. We also find out that the lesser percentage of slaves came from Africa that actually came here to America. So most of those slaves were dropped off way before they even got here to America. I think it's somewhere around 10 or less than 10%
so
that actually made it here.
So were we already here before slavery got here, or did we get here earlier than the perceived slave trade? Because that's two different things. Because if you notice what a lot of black people do is, if you're dark, that's a black person there. Black people all over the world. Black people
are the majority.
How do we get all over the world?
What King?
Rob, but you don't like people misconflate history with religion. If you look at certain religions, certain history context books, it's this proves my point. It proves part this. How you believe in Pangea and the Bering Strait? Those are two completely time periods. How you believe in?
There's too much going on right now. Can't respond, and then
I'm just saying. I mean, black people. I mean, it's shown. I mean, he's not wrong about that.
They look at somebody being dark skinned and called it black.
I mean, okay, that's just them putting you under.
Somebody melanated doesn't necessarily make you black.
Okay. Look, all right.
Black American.
Yeah,
my fault.
Not black Americans.
Right. No, he's right.
Because
you have Haitians, you have Nigerians, you have Somalian niggas. Those are just people being named by their tribe. But one common denominator, their skin color is black. So they say you're black. That is the common denominator. When the scientists are archaeological, dig up your bones. That's your common denominator. They don't know the actual lineage of black person you are. They do a little bit more digging. Oh, he was probably a Haitian nigga. Or he was probably a Somalian nigga. Or a Nigerian nigga. But at the common base, when they do it, your skin was fucking black. And niggas has been all over this motherfucking world. And I understand you don't believe in Great Pangea. That's your prerogative. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. But those goddamn maps, that shit fits together like a puzzle.
What continent fits with America?
No, we are not doing this. Is not going to be about Pangea.
Well, it does.
You
can put everything together.
No, don't even respond to that. Okay, we're not going to make this about Pangea.
Can I ask one question though? I want to ask you this.
Okay.
Do you believe that blacks here in America are a different ethnogenesis group from any other black people from either the islands or Africa?
What is different genesis?
Meaning that we are different from Africans, we are different from Haitians, we are our own set group here in America as blacks.
Culture-wise, you are. I mean, that's what he's basically saying.
Right. If you're talking about culture-wise, because that's
cultural as well.
No, you can't say culture as well because that doesn't make sense.
Culture as well.
That don't make sense. You talking about blood? That's a different thing.
Everybody has. Everybody has African DNA.
DNA changes over the course of a period of time. Just the way you breed a dog.
How much time does DNA change?
It can happen over a long time.
You are aware that cats still carry 99% of large cats' blood in their DNA? Domesticated cats.
It's not 99%.
It's 99%. Just looked it up.
I don't know.
You need to open your phone. Google
does that even at 1%?
So based off that,
stop. It did change. That's why they're small. That's why they're not fucking
exactly.
lions.
Even that 1% does it not make
that's
us?
A different thing. You're talking about. You're comparing the height and size of a fucking.
Kanji, does it not make us a different ethnogenesis group?
No, we're still Africans.
So we're still Africans that just so happen to live here in America with a whole different culture, whole different
Do you
language,
believe in Pangea?
whole different style. I believe, I can't call it Pangea. I don't know what the fuck they called it back then. But we know those fucking maps. We know those fucking continents fit together. We know that.
Where did everybody
for a
come
fact.
from, real?
Everybody originated in Africa. That's where the original DNA comes from.
So
you
the
have
original
something different?
DNA came from Africa.
Do you have
and we
something
crossed over the Bering Strait, and plus we rode over here by boats according to the Moors, and plus we got dragged over here by 1526, I believe. The 3 different ways that Africans then got the fuck over here. And plus we were already here to begin with. But they're not Africans, but they are.
Okay, we all know that the African people had created what is called maritime law, which is traveling by sea. But who's to say that that's even the case? That they wasn't already.
Hold on,
here?
wait. They created traveling by sea.
They did.
I mean, yeah.
So no other.
I'm not saying.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, big dog. You can look at that what he's talking about. That was supposed to be the law.
I'm not.
I mean, we still follow that same law today.
They knew the currents. They knew. I swear to God,
he's not lying about
they
that.
knew the currents. Even you have white voyagers who talks about how they were taught by Africans how to travel by the sea and how to travel by the currents and how certain currents will lead them to certain places.
So basically,
the person that navigated Christopher Columbus' ship was a black man named Pedro. These people knew how to do it, brother. I'm not trying to say we the best people in the world, but we knew how to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have a mindset of war and taking over and killing. That shit came from Europeans, brother.
So Africans didn't have wars?
We did have wars, but
So
that
how the fuck
wasn't.
you
We were more connected to nature.
Wars, though.
What the fuck they got to do with war?
I mean,
that don't make sense.
Because we
didn't
didn't
fight for war for food.
Right, we didn't have.
So what the fuck did Africans fight? Whenever we got a war with each other, what type of war is about? What are you talking about?
No, not all the time. More time is more about. I want your
resources.
It's not. No, that's not all the time. Not for African people. They had abundance of resources.
Exactly.
Abundance of resources don't matter if you have.
Why do we have to fight?
What does it fucking matter if I'm an
you are
African group of
literally
people that live closer to the Sahara Desert, and you're African group of people that live close to the sea? Your resources are way more better than mine. So I'm gonna come take your shit. The fuck is you talking about?
Let me tell you how you wrong. Because there is evidence that shows that African people actually would travel and trade. So that's how you wrong, brother.
So no one else traveled and trade.
Okay, but listen, I'm not. He's right because of that continent has so much of an abundance. That has so much of an abundance.
That is not true.
This is why they would. This is why they would trade. This is why they would travel around
all
the world.
All cultures
trading
trade,
for goods.
But sometimes it's not enough. So what they gonna tend to do? They'll start up a fucking war.
And that's where the European culture come in at.
And that's what we're done.
Because Africans don't fucking do that.
And that's what we're done. Everybody land the plane already.
I want him to answer my question. He still ain't answered my question.
No, he's not going to answer your question. Last statement, Kanji.
FBA ate off some grifters. Fuck you talking about? Y'all fucking the shit y'all believe in is fucking crazy. Like, Africans didn't fight for those reasons. They fought because they was all kumbaya. The fuck are you talking about?
I'm not saying that.
No. You're not. Don't respond to him. What's your final thoughts about the conversation, about the debate you just had? Just don't even acknowledge what you just said.
Fuck country.
I just believe we're a different ethnogenesis group, and I think that we get our just due for getting reparations. I don't find a problem with delineating as long as we can separate ourselves and claim ourselves as a different ethnogenesis group and stay on code with the rest of the black people. I don't want Africans coming against me because a few people in my fucking hood is some thugs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Understand that we are in our ethnogenesis group. There are different types of people. Just like we understand there are good African people, and there are some that are kind of like some fucking scammers or whatever. That's just my opinion.
So don't acknowledge anything they just said. Give your own thought, King, please.
I said it. Fuck country.
Okay, I bet. All right, whatever. Thank you. All right, you got the mic on me. Great. Okay. I forgot how to talk almost. Yeah, this has been higher thinking. Tariq Nasheed, like I said, set the record straight as far as the difference between FBA and ADOS. I think he has some pretty strong points. Next week we will go into Yvette Carnell and her response to Tariq Nasheed, and I think that was quite interesting in and of itself. I think one of the most important things that I want you all to get from this conversation, this back and forth that happened amongst my brothers right here, was there was a pretty decent amount of decorum. No, I'm not picking no sides. Nah, I don't deserve that. But no, for real, there was a decent amount of decorum here. Nobody got shooting guns and fighting each other and all that stuff. It was a civil discussion. There like Timbers did flare and all those other things, but seriously, we can do this. Every black person across America can do exactly just this. We just have to start. We have to do it. We have to have these again uncomfortable conversations that's going to lead to greater passions. What?
Uncomfortable conversations lead to healthier relationships.
Whatever. Well, anyway, I catch y'all on the flip side. Out of here. Healthy relationships. This the black delegation, man. It's all about chaos. Let me so take 5. I gotta find some notes.
It's funny with this whole Kendrick shit. They just sitting there like, oh, he's united all of California. Like, come on, they be blowing each other's caps back in the next week. Right. I'm just like, he ain't unify nothing.
Yeah, because they have a peaceful day, Rob, over there, okay? It's hard to have peaceful days over there in Cali, but it don't look like niggas be dying in the desert.
Like, these motherfuckers shoot at each other the very next week. So they say that from a lot of the arguments I done got into it, they say that Kendrick Lamar is pretty much has observed Drake's behavior and he found it's a time to speak on it because he's detested by it. Now, maybe, but another person pointed out that he thinks this is a marketing move. He thinks this is a way to revive his own career because not so much dying. He never reached the status. This moment, he hasn't been there. The closest thing he got was when he got the poster thing. No one cares about winning Grammys.
I want to read some comments real quick.
But fucking, they said because he calling out Drake, calling McCollum.
I'm gonna let you get right back to it. I just want to just acknowledge these comments we just got.
Oh, okay.
So somebody smoking bad guy. Michaela said, "What's up, y'all?" I think you know who Michaela is.
What up, baby?
A. Rogers says Tariq has valid critiques of ADOS. Tone and Yvette want credit and to be HNIC of our lineage. Very interesting. So he said they both want to be the head honcho of claiming to be like the HNIC of the reparation push. But this person says our lineage, but I mean both of these groups want to be like, hey, we are the group that got the FBI, got the reparations.
Yeah.
Hey, hurrah, you know. But A. Rogers also says, don't take it hard, Tariq. Tone and Yvette don't like many people who they feel will get credit. And A. Rogers is definitely on point when he said that because, I mean, I've heard, like I said, we have heard Yvette like make comments on Claude Anderson up here about some of the things that he said in his book and some of the things he said, out of his mouth, which is kind of problematic in my opinion, but it is what it is. And Michaela says, can you guys talk about the Kendrick and Drake situation next time? And yes, we will, Michaela. We will talk about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation next time. And I know you want to see your daddy do all this. I know you want to see him do all this, these huffing and puffing about his boy Drake.
Come on,
we'll get
man.
that next week.
The baby,
if
don't
he
worry
blesses
about
with
it.
his
I'm gonna
praises.
tap in all on their head next weekend. I got you.
Oh boy. Hey, what was y'all getting at though? What was y'all talking about?
But yeah, they were saying something like because he's calling out Drake, calling out all the shit like this, but he don't call out no one else. Not the people that paying him, not the people that cutting his checks, not the white girl that said nigga on stage with him. He didn't say a word.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, folks. You know what I'm saying?
So that's so.
For that shit, like that little white bitch.
Yeah, they didn't say a word. Then he didn't make a move, do nothing.
Make sure you get that video so we can play it too, Kanji.
The white girl?
That girl saying that.
Oh yeah.
I seen that. I seen that a couple times. I was like, man, this nigga tripping.
Yeah, he don't.
He didn't check the bitch nothing. He just let her get off with it.
And then they'll be like, oh well, he talks about it in his songs. Well, those songs that he talks about these things, and then he didn't say about the white girl. Those aren't the popular songs. The other songs are popular songs. It's like.
Ready? Yeah. All right. So now.
Yeah, I gotta hit this grill. Me.
Grill me. I want some grill some lamb burgers, man.
Woo. Nah, I'm a starter grill. I just started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got.
Man, that shit is good. No, it ain't lamb chop. It's like ground lamb, man. Man, that shit is good as hell, man. I'm getting everybody on the lamb burger move, man. Yeah, man, for
Do
sure.
they got that like that that wild
the gamey taste?
Nah.
That game taste, yeah.
Not really, man. You know,
you never had lamb before?
ain't-
That lamb
ain't
chops.
bad.
It has a game like a game type. What'd you call it again? Like a gamey taste? Yeah, whatever
The
it's
gamey
whatever it's
taste.
called.
It's kind of
It reminds you of roadkill, so they say you like.
He said roadkill.
yeah. Man.
No, I go to
They say it got like a gamey type taste. I ain't never ate it, but this is when I hear people that talks about certain things. They call it roadkill. They eat shit off the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? It has like
Yeah, like a
different
wild.
type- have a- like a
So
wild taste.
okay,
Ain't
so
gonna lie to you.
so
That's what they say.
oh shit.
You gotta like season the fuck out of it to get it out.
So
You gotta be
so
pretty good.
so Mr. Savage, I'm sorry to see you go low with your name. How would you know what roadkill tastes like to make a comparison to lamb chops?
No, I said I heard people talk about.
You heard people. Oh, now you heard people.
I watch a lot of cooking shows. Okay, all right.
And so now
Okay,
you
okay.
say it has a gamey taste.
No, that's what they say. I said they say he ain't got no experience of eating no possums, no deers, no raccoons.
It does taste a little different from the
Yeah,
like
I know what you're talking
certain
about. They
red
said you
meat.
have to overly season to kind of get the.
But it
I
tastes-
watch a lot of cooking shows. They do.
Tastes good as hell.
I know
though.
what it said.
That
That
was
was-
shit out of a possum, and it looked like he made some possum soup. It looked amazing.
You know what else
It
is
looked like
good?
It was really good. I was like, man, that possum.
Well, possums.
Rabbit is really good too.
You ate dumper? You're a monster.
No, it's good. It tastes good.
Thumper's good.
Shit.
I mean, rabbit supposed to be good shit.
Would you
that
eat
shit.
possum?
Would I eat it?
I don't think I eat that.
If nobody
One,
told me what it was, I probably
what is a possum?
Shit is a rodent.
No, it's a marsupial. It's not a rodent.
rodent family.
No, it's a marsupial. It's part of the kangaroo family.
When they definitely teach you
Part of
about
the who?
killing rodents,
It's a marsupial. It's part of the kangaroo family. They carry their babies in pouches. It's a marsupial. It's not a
I don't
rodent.
give a damn. I don't want to eat it. That's what I'm telling you right now. Niggas be crawling in my garbage.
All right, guys. All right. Anyway, what's on?
everybody knocked out.
Yeah.
All right. You guys be talking about roadkill. These people finna leave. Okay. All right. So, what am I doing? This is okay. I remember now. Welcome back to the Chicago Black Daily Listen Podcast, everybody. I am Higher Thinking of the Chicago Black Daily Listen Podcast. Did I say that already? I messed up again, didn't I? Okay, we gotta do this again. All right. Welcome everybody back to the Chicago Black Daily Listen Podcast. I'm your host HT, aka Higher Thinking. And today we're gonna be looking at another video featuring Tariq Nasheed, but also one of featuring Myron Gaines of the Fresh and Fit. I believe what's the other guy name? The dark skinned dude, Barbados.
Oh, he didn't really say too much in this.
But he was here. Fresh, right?
Fresh, yeah.
Fresh Prince CEO. He was here as well. Sneako was here, and some Crodies. And they have quite a conversation circling numerous different topics, mostly surrounded around race, ethnicity, and a whole lot of Zionism, I guess you want to call it that. But we're not going to be focused too much on like the side, like those side-by conversations. Tariq Nasheed came to a panel featuring these guys for a very clear reason, and you will see that once I his play. And I want to see what everybody kind of think of it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take it around the board. What do you guys think? Like, what do you think about Myron against a Fresh and Fit or Sneako or Tariq Nasheed? Starting with you, Kanji.
I don't know much about Sneako. I don't know too much about him. I've seen him around, seen some of his talking points, and it's like, whatever. With Myron, when it comes to his views on relationships, stuff like this, I agree with a lot of this stuff. I don't think he's qualified to debate anyone like a Tariq, Umar, and stuff like this, because he has a very ignorant view on things. Though there are some stuff I agree with him with, I don't think he should have stayed out of this.
Okay.
And no, Tariq Nasheed is a fucking idiot.
Briefly, real. He going in again.
He just don't stop doing it.
Just pick one and
just pick one. Personally, Myron, the whole Fresh and Fit thing, I don't really like the whole incel thing that they do. I don't like the kind of like little racial comments that they have.
Yeah, I really slap, buddy.
I think that I think it's gonna be a good debate. I don't see them winning though against Tariq Nasheed, but I think it's gonna be a good debate. I think Myron is kind of intelligent, but I think sometimes I think people use their intelligence for dumb shit, and that's just
how my boy Neil deGrasse said it when he was talking about Terrence Howard about the little chart.
Terrence Howard's a fucking idiot.
No, it don't matter.
Damn, y'all get Terrence a break, man. Shit, I like what Terrence be talking about.
No, but I'm saying though,
He trying to recreate
Hey,
science.
Terrence Howard, Terrence Howard taking us strays, man.
I'm just saying, what was the chart? You know how you had the chart. He said,
when you first learn something, you really think you got it down, and then it goes down.
Here, then you're not really right there. That's what Myron is, right? He's like, right. He's just like Terrence Howard in this situation. And
when it comes to black, if you talking about black issues, stuff like this,
that's what I'm saying. He don't know what the fuck you be talking about.
Now, when you talking about relationship stuff, the disparity between men and women,
and that's what I be saying.
He has some points on that.
Yes, he think because he's super smart in that aspect, right? He think he's great over here.
Now, I will ask you this, Rail. Now, clearly we don't agree with anything FBA. Even though Tariq Nasheed probably be more superior person in this group, given the context of the conversation, how do you win a debate?
Kanji, if this is a setup question, I'm gonna hit your clown button. Okay, I'm gonna let you know right now. If this is a setup question, I'm gonna hit the clown button.
Just ask a question. That's a question. You gonna break that clown button? I was using it on me.
Yeah, I'm just saying it might because you might be the last person to hit the button on. Okay, but respond, and then he's not gonna respond, and I'm gonna start the video.
Might start the video.
Okay, no, because you said
that was a setup question.
No, it wasn't.
All right, let me start the video.
I'm going to talk about you anti-black racists who are always spewing anti-black racism. Yes, I will check you on that.
No. I spew anti-stupidity. That's
no. You are an anti-black racist.
It just so happens that a lot of black people are stupid.
Well, sir,
that's what I spew.
If we're so damn stupid,
hold on, just relax, y'all. Hold on, just relax. Jesus, it's like 1 minute.
You're the one who fled.
Fuck.
From your damn homeland.
No. I said a lot of them are stupid. It could be white, black, Hispanic. It doesn't matter.
Stupidity. We're stupid enough to not have to flee.
All people are stupid. See how you're going to an ad hominem?
You can't say that.
See how you're going to an ad hominem that has nothing to do with the debate? That has nothing to do with the debate.
Yes, it does. Because you're not qualified to say anybody's stupid, and you fled from a failed homeland.
Okay, so
you're not qualified.
So if someone's an immigrant, they're not qualified to comment on.
No, you're not. If you come from a homeland where everybody's over there starving, you can't say none of us are stupid. You're not at liberty to do that. Okay.
So hold on. So let me just get this straight. Are you telling me that if you're an immigrant, you cannot comment
from
on
the
other
Sudan.
situations.
Yeah, if you're from you're from the Sudan, you can't say shit about a foundational Black American.
I'm sorry though, bro. I mean, he right though. Fuck that nigga, right?
Man, come on, Conjure.
Right. I'm talking about the
When
point.
he is from the Sudan though.
No.
What do he know about us over here?
What do we know about them? We comment about their stuff all the time.
Besides some shit that
Do we not comment about their stuff all the time?
No, I don't.
We don't give a fuck about these
I
people.
don't comment about shit on African soil. I swear to God, I don't.
So the very day.
Okay,
hold on. Let's
For anything, we go over there, eat the food, and have a good time, and come back home.
Let's conjoin this a little bit. Let's conjoin this a little bit. Tariq Nasheed was dancing around certain questions.
We're talking about this specific.
I know what you want to say. He dancing around, and I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you it was smart. But go ahead.
Please tell me why your Jesus is smart.
Why who?
Your Jesus.
I ain't got no damn Jesus.
We're talking about this very, very, very specific interaction that happened in 1 minute. Okay, y'all should not say all this bullshit about 1 minute that happened in this video.
Because I know where he going with this. I want to hear it.
That's all I gotta say, man. All right, that's it. All right,
cool. Fuck that nigga.
No, I'm just saying.
You should name this episode is "Fuck Myron."
Listen to them racist ass comments. I know. Most black people are stupid. He ain't said shit about that.
What?
About what Myron said about most black people are stupid.
No, what Myron? Okay, y'all don't make me defend Myron of all.
No,
listen, Myron said it just so happens that a lot of black people are stupid. He didn't say most.
He said most, folks. You can run that shit back.
He said a lot, man.
He didn't say a lot. He said most.
He said a lot, bro. He said a lot, man.
Man,
hold on. I've heard this whole debate. This what a lot of my problems I was having with Rashid. That's why I'm saying when he came into the thing, he came in swinging.
We talking about this specific.
No, because I'm making a point that I heard this whole damn.
You don't need to say that. We only talk about one specific, this one small window of the conversation.
What Myron said, right?
Bro, about the exchange that's happened. The exchange that happened was he came in and said, "Hey, I got a problem with you spitting all this anti-black BS." And then Myron said, "I don't speak anti-black BS. I'm talking about anti-stupid BS." And then he goes as far as to say, "It just so happens that a lot of black people are just stupid." So and then he.
I want to rehear that part.
Oh my God, man! Just take my word for it. This is what you're gonna do. This is what you're gonna do, Real. You are gonna watch this shit when it on the replay, and then you're gonna leave a comment, okay? You're gonna comment and you're gonna share it, my nigga.
I just feel like he said most.
I ain't gonna lie to you, G. A lot of most is damn in the
I don't care.
I agree with him.
Y'all niggas kill you, man. All right, we gonna move to the next part of the damn video, bro.
Larry's a bitch. Oh man, shit all the time on the internet, man.
Ooh, bah! I don't like Myron.
So thank you to the white supremacists in America. You're eating, Tariq.
How so, sir?
Because the white people.
Contain it, please, Keem. Contain it. I know it's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be tough.
Started this country. The white supremacists started this country. Go back. Exactly.
Let me take this because
they didn't. They failed when they tried to do it on their own. They just started the damn thing. It was foundational Black Americans. Go ahead, sir.
Tariq. Let me ask.
Okay, so I would say that I don't appreciate how Myron tried to talk over Tariq Nasheed when dude says something so egregious. Yeah, thank you. And it how do I put that? I'm just saying I got so worked up about the last conversation. Yeah, I don't appreciate how Myron tried to cut in as Tariq was responding to that egregious statement by that individual. And I let me just put this out here as well. The people on this panel all claim to not be white people. You know what I'm saying? It's just around to be a bunch of people that are adjacent to whiteness or they're foreigners altogether. And then this is just a stance this is the position they're taking.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That last dude that was talking, that was definitely a white man.
That person was Jewish. But
that's a white man. What the fuck are we talking about?
He's
Jews
like
not as a
white
fucking
people.
race.
Jewish people aren't white people. That was something that got determined a long time ago.
They ain't fucking Jewish.
Germans won't even consider.
All right, this how we're gonna. I'm sorry, guys.
Stop that shit, man.
I'm sorry, guys. So according to the United States Census, Jewish people are gonna fall under white. Okay.
Europeans.
So, but also. Jewish people will not identify themselves as white. Just to put it out there.
Same way fucking trans people don't want to identify who the fuck
God damn it, we are not trying to get canceled on like year one, okay? We're not trying to get canceled on year one.
Bad delegation. We'll be canceled.
I'm just saying, what the fuck we talking about? That shit don't mean nothing.
Moving on. Listen, okay.
The white man talking.
All right, so
he's Jewish. Fucking white man.
So again, we all don't appreciate that Myron cut in on Tariq as he was responding to such an egregious statement, but we'll put that to the side right now. What would y'all response to be to when somebody says white people created this country?
I mean, I laugh.
That's solely on the perspective of how he sees it. If he's talking about something because they dragged us over here. And
we did all
the work, and if he's seeing it like that, okay, then I can see that stupid point. But I don't know about that one.
Okay. Anybody else? You didn't answer yet, Real.
You know how I feel already.
Nobody knows how you feel. These audience, these thousands of people that are watching right now don't know how you feel, Real.
Tell by his fucking face is fucking.
White people ain't created shit but horror. That's the only thing white people created.
All right.
Go ahead.
Kanji, why, man? What the fuck did I do to you?
Nothing.
What's your problem?
Nothing. Moving on, bro. This is like the most chaotic episode I've ever experienced.
I can't say shit about the pale people. God damn.
I never defend them.
All right.
It's the pat on the back that gets me. It's not what you say about other people.
All right.
I just got to pat myself on the back when I'm happy.
Moving on.
God damn.
Into slavery and taken to another country, do you consider that a successful culture? Because you're saying Sudan is not successful.
Right.
So would you consider where your ancestors were originally taken from as successful?
Half of our ancestors were already here. Let's get that straight. We're foundational Black Americans, sir. There were Black people here. There were Black people brought over here. So we had an ethnogenesis, and we never fled from the country we built,
Won't answer
sir.
the question, of course.
It's a mix.
Any comments about
I mean, yeah, he's right. It's a mix, but the problem is
what you want to say, Kanji?
Go ahead, Real.
Go
ahead. Jesus,
King was talking, guys. What the hell?
My bad, King. My bad.
They got to get off. They got to get off.
Hey, bro, how you gonna just cut that dude off?
I'm sorry,
and
King.
then just start a fight with him.
I didn't mean to do that.
In his argument,
I'm
Vegeta
sorry.
Goku, he just trilling.
I'm sorry I took a shot. I'm sorry. Because I had to see. Because that's pretty much what I was saying earlier. And I just wanted to see what he was going to say.
Isn't that amazing?
Go ahead, King, man.
I mean, man, I'm rolling with my boy Tariq and shit on that one. But the problem is, I don't know how you depictate who are the foundational Black Americans, because I don't know that mixture is been watered down like multiple generations. It's kind of hard to find that lineage there. That's the only problem I have with that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
That's what
most of these black groups, you can just fucking claim it. Now you it. Like, it's not. No one's sitting there taking your blood DNA and tracing it and be like, oh, you're this now. They're just jumping in and out like it's fucking gangs.
That might be a problem. But he was referring to the 1860 census, and that's how you will be able to determine the lineage.
Even the census is not 100% correct. You are aware of that, right?
I mean, it can help narrow it down.
I don't
the
know.
The best they can do for you, but
yeah, I don't know. That part I don't know.
I mean, cause like my uncle Jojo did the little shit with the bowling name and shit like that. He even found out a little white family crest and all that bullshit.
I did too. I got all my pictures and stuff of my family crossing over in boats towards New York and stuff like this.
That's just my granddaddy's side, you know.
Right, they were all white folks that came over here, and then my black family came over here this way. And then
I had a lot going on. I got some Vietnamese niggas and some Indian niggas in there. But it's a lot going on that blood side. It's a lot going on with both sides. It's And then I got the Smith side too. Then I got
Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Thought you were mixed with Japanese.
No, he was a Vietnamese nigga. I mean, they look Japanese.
So what do you mix with?
Yeah, a lot of those things.
Sound of wearing goldfish tender, huh?
What, bitch?
Isn't that amazing?
All right, moving on.
No, because my grandma, she was taking Navajo. Great grandma, she was taking Navajo. She was like that.
She finna get a casino.
I mean, they said I'm supposed to have some money, and then Nikki's father's supposed to be not father, but Nikki's grandfather. He's supposed to have he had the actual documents proving his Native American lineage. But he fucking lost that document type shit. That's the type of shit you don't have to pay no taxes. He actually had the proper paperwork to, not pay taxes and shit like that. So that means my blood with Nikki's blood, it will have a higher Native American count when it comes to Zach. You have to have a certain percentage to qualify.
Right. So even then, that's when I said with the whole FBA thing, it's like like I said, he'd be like, "Oh, we're foundational Black Americans." We would, nigga, you don't fucking know. Like my grandma, for instance, on my mom's side. She did a blood test a while ago. Rest in peace. No black in her. Straight Indian.
Yeah, but that's the point though. They look so dark, and some of those were technically Native American. Like I said, that whole mixing, it's a lot of mixing going on. So it's kind of hard to say what you technically are. And like it's just like breeding a dog. You do this so many times, that DNA becomes something totally different. You know what I'm saying? Even though it would say it has this type of dog, but it formed something new that made the miniature stockiness, the type of jaws, it changes. You see what I'm saying? So when you do something for 400 to 500 years, you get something new. So that's all I was saying. Like, I don't know how he delegates that, because it was a lot of mixing with the African slaves with the Native American people that were already here.
The thing is, he doesn't delegate anything. He's a fucking idiot. You could just jump up one morning and be like, "I'm FBA," and now you FBA.
I think it's in reference to slavery. That's why we're going back to the 1860 census. We're talking about reparations for slavery. We ain't talking about how far a lineage go back. Y'all thinking of it in terms of, okay, because we said that it was black people already here. I don't think he's meaning it from that. I think we're talking about the
slavery
unjust that was done to us, for slavery. So that's why we count it from the 1860 census. We count it really just from slavery.
All right,
not anything else.
Let's just keep it on that, because you're gonna just bring it up anyway. So you know this conversation is gonna go. All right.
You can't give an opinion.
But I'm a victim of white supremacy. I can talk about the
see how it doesn't work out? Doesn't make sense, does it?
Because we're being victimized by the white supremacists. So I can talk about
how are you being victimized by the white supremacists?
Because they've created a system of white supremacy that they've militarized, and we can't break out of it. Wait
a minute. 2141.
Because they have a military stronghold over us, sir. And you too.
Okay, tell me in 2024 how the white supremacists are holding you back militarily.
They control all areas of activity, and they dominate all areas. And when we start building on our own, they use their military to destroy it all across the board. Whenever we build prosperous neighborhoods, they use their military to destroy it. And they've done this all across the board. They control the educational system. When we try to get our own educational system, they use their militarized system to destroy it. They destroy it all across the board. And these are facts, sir. We're under a global system of white supremacy.
Okay. Tulsa, Oklahoma was 100 years ago, bro.
Hold on. So let me ask you this then.
They build freeways and train tracks in black neighborhoods that's prosperous even today. I live in Los Angeles. Crenshaw Boulevard, they're destroying the black businesses by building a train system down Crenshaw Boulevard. They do this stuff now. We
and who controls Los Angeles? Who are the elected politicians in Los Angeles? So you're telling me...
All right. So, I just want to kind of just play that part. I mean, everything you said is just, completely factual.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It seems like it's a group full of racist motherfuckers and just one real nigga in there.
I don't think it's so much as most of the racist people. Well, it might be some racist people. I don't know. I think it's just a disagreement of the man that's holding you down concept that's been going on forever. When you simultaneously have black people in positions, even ourselves are in, or even people as millionaires, because if it was that much control as they claim it is, we would be doing nothing. We'd still be in slavery.
I mean, have you ever? But the problem is, you have to talk to those type of people in those successful positions, and they tell you what they went through is some fucked up shit. And yeah, you get there, they get there, but it's a real fight. It's not the easy walk to the top as your counterpart.
Yeah, so I don't think it's a denial that there's because even Myron said it's no denial that the racism it's not here. It's clearly there, and there is some systemic systems that's in place. But it's just like that's what he said in 2024. What's really holding you back to getting to that point?
I mean, big dog,
being prosperous.
In the 1800s with W.D. Du Bois, we had more black people in politics during that time.
Myron made that point.
But you don't understand that. Black people always fight and we get to these spots, but it's just the problem is how hard we have to fucking fight and prove to our counterparts that we deserve this spot. That's the problem.
No, you're not wrong, but that's not the argument that
I mean,
that's not the argument he's making. He's making the fact that they make the fact that
it's certain things.
Black men can't get ahead.
I mean, no, you can, some can. No, that's the point. They allow some. This has always been a notion. They allow some to make the many follow, but they will never allow the many that follow you to get where you at. That's the whole point. We allow some to succeed, so they will follow you and make the rest fail.
But so with the many revenues a way to make money, how are they stopping you?
What you mean? I mean, but that's the point. I'm following you. I like how you did what you did, so I'm looking up to you. So I'm trying to take the same path you took, but I do everything you do. They smack me down.
Who?
The powers that be. They won't allow. It's a quota. When you go,
the powers that be is not systemic racism. That's two different things.
You call it systemic racism, whatever you want to call it, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? When you deal in corporate America, right, they have a quota to allow so many black people that work for you. They never go past the fucking quota. It's not that we're not capable of these jobs. They say we only have to have a certain amount of niggas not to look racist. We won't go past that number. And then we only have to promote so many niggas, and then the rest we're going to leave right here. This is what they are talking about.
Right, but you're talking about in the business or corporate level, but there are many
outside of, I mean, bro, everybody can't wake up and be contract workers. Then the field will be oversaturated. That means we have too many contract workers, not enough jobs for these contractors. So then now we're going to pick and choose who gets these contracts. Yeah, okay.
I wasn't talking about contracts. I'm talking about there's still many ways.
I mean, what other ways you're talking about? Outside of contract work and working for somebody that are starting your own business, are you trying to talk about being a fucking YouTuber? Like, what the fuck? That's how Americans run, through contract work and businesses. So if you're not starting your own businesses or being a contractor or working for somebody, how are you supposed to get some money?
So how is it that they shut you down?
In what way? Like in the corporate world?
I can give you an example, all right? So I took the last firefighter test, right? I took the practice test. I got one answer wrong. I took the real test, and somehow I failed it according to them. Now, I haven't been the only black person that has complained about that. And we have saw on 2 occasions, probably 3, if I do my research, I'm pretty sure I can find 3. But there are 2 cases of where the city of Chicago fire department has gotten lawsuits against them for not letting certain black people in. It's just the reality of it. We go out for certain jobs, go out for certain careers, and when we get denied, and then it's all of a sudden, oh, well, you just didn't meet the qualifications, or you just didn't meet this, but you got somebody who's white or an immigrant who are way less qualified, but they get the job. Just like we can go into, like, let's use acting for an example. How many black men do you know literally get typecast? Because most of the, like, besides the new movie Bad Boys, but most of the white men that you see on TV are in alpha male positions and the heroes of every goddamn thing. And then the black man is always just typecast, never allowed to get past that glass ceiling. Only a few, like Denzel Washington and Kevin Hart and a few others. So what he's saying is, and that's what I was going to allude to, is the fact that they'll let some get there, but they're not going to let majority get there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what the fear is to allow us to be ourselves and allow us to have our greatness, but that is the truth.
Racial superiority, and then power corrupts. That's the fear. That's as simple as that. Black people, let's say we wake up tomorrow and black people had what is it, like 85% of the nation's wealth that white people have?
Oh, yeah, you're right, 85%.
Yeah, 85%. So let's say you wake up tomorrow and black people have 85% of the nation's wealth on every position that white people are in right now, and they can dictate who comes or who don't. you actually believe, and I know FBA believe we some type of kumbaya, we help all, we better than everybody, but we not all the little nonsense they spit. But you actually think that they're gonna sit there and be like, oh, we're gonna help everybody up, or they're gonna dominate and take control, and then treat other people as such?
I mean, we would.
Hold on.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Hold on, Krillin.
Fuck you, bitch.
I believe that we will help more people than who's in power now. I don't think that we will allow ourselves to let people get over us again, because we done seen what has happened in the past. When we allow people to get too comfortable, they eventually take us over. That's with any race of people. So you're right. Racial superiority is understanding that if I let them get too comfortable, they're eventually going to take us over. You know what I'm saying? Now, we can sit around and act like it's some type of craziness to say, but we know that black people are very intelligent, and we do create a lot of shit. And when we do get our foot in, we eventually take shit over. That's just what it has been. We have seen it so many times. So, yes, I believe that we would help others. I don't think we'll be as brutal as who's in charge now. But no, I don't think we'll be so docile as we once were to allow them to take us over. And we shouldn't be. If we gonna get in power, we need to stay in power. And if we gotta keep certain groups down to keep them from overpowering us, I don't see a problem with that.
So then
it's just the way it's being done now. It's being done more harshly.
So the method of sending to once again, that's a disparity in its own right, because you're saying it's okay for one, not for the other, and then you don't like the method in which they're doing and how it's done. But I can almost guarantee that if any race was in the position that white people are in, they would do it the same way, if not worse, especially based off cultural things.
Well, that's his opinion, and we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave. That's his opinion, and then he heard you out. So let's move on to the next part. But the problem is,
though, why do you defend them though? Why is it okay? They're trying to act like this so it doesn't exist.
No,
don't answer the question. Don't answer that. Just let's move on.
Right.
That's his thought.
Well, why Chinese and other races of people don't complain?
That's also another rhetorical question. Don't answer that either.
It's kind of rhetorical though, because they're not being treated as unfair as blacks. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
All right, moving on.
I get what you're saying though.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes,
y'all get what I'm trying to say? How y'all getting what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to move this motherfucker along. Anyway, let's go.
We said you just start cussing, so you can have a hard time editing.
You know, nice. Nice.
You're claiming that. You're claiming that the white supremacists control the military, which is holding back the blacks in America. Okay, do you believe that's still the case in 2020?
Right now, this very minute. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Holding back, and when I mean holding back, they keep an oppressive system that will dominate and control what we do. Even though there's still black people who are successful. Hell, I'm a millionaire. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm still under a system of
You ain't no billionaire, you lying ass motherfucker.
He said he's a millionaire.
You smack the shit out that bitch. Like for real.
All right.
I don't even like the company this nigga keep.
I didn't say billionaire. I said a millionaire. And that's verified. Y'all can verify.
My bad.
That's easily verified. But that doesn't mean anything.
So if you were able to do it and you're black, why can't others?
Because we're phenomenal as black people. Foundational black Americans are absolutely phenomenal. That's why we can do it.
Okay, so why can't others do it then? If they're being held down like you claim, why can't they do it? You did it. You did it, right?
Everybody can't do it in a system of white supremacy. Everybody's not going to be able to do it. I was able to do it because I understood the system, and I kind of worked around it. But I called the system out. But I would have been much richer without the system of white supremacy. We live in a global system of white supremacy.
All right. So he was asked... Tariq Nasheed was asked if this white supremacy thing is such a problem, how come Tariq Nasheed is a millionaire, right? So, what do y'all think about
his answer? Was stupid. His answer was fucking stupid. Well, I'm a phenomenal black person, you know. Bow ties got my lips moving funny.
I mean,
that's a stupid answer.
Man. He wasn't even being serious, man.
Right, that wasn't a serious comment.
That wasn't even being serious, bro.
He actually
wait. Him saying that him being a phenomenal black person wasn't a serious answer.
I didn't think that was serious.
That was a serious. But it also
that didn't sound serious.
It was satire in a way.
I don't
felt like
it was still rooted in truth though. It was still rooted in honesty and truth.
What
That's why I say it was satire because
hold on real quick. Honest about his own worldview. That's what I mean by that. Go ahead.
He explained why he feels like he's rich. He explained that he feels like he understood racism and how to navigate through racism, and that's why he feels that he's rich.
He didn't say that.
He didn't. Okay.
He literally said, "I'm a phenomenal black."
No, he did say. He said, "I learned how to navigate through racism. All black people can't learn how to navigate the system."
And
he literally said that.
He did say that. He said that on multiple occasions, not just in this particular conversation, but he has said that before, that he figured out how to navigate through racism. This is why he came out with some of these books, because he wanted to teach people that don't ignore racism, but figure out how to navigate through racism.
But how can you navigate through? See, that's a disparity. How do you navigate through something that they can control if you can and can't?
You can, because if they like you. It's like, okay, like I can use
the only way they're gonna like you. Hold on. The only way they're gonna like you.
You assimilate to them.
Code switching.
But this is why he's a fucking idiot.
What's wrong with that?
This is why I like Umar Johnson better than a fucking idiot. Tariq, this is a fucking idiot. That don't fucking make sense.
Yes, it does. For you
think that you can't promote
Dr. Umar? What the hell? Dr. Umar's intelligent.
No, I'm just saying, Ron. I'm trying to ask you a question. You're saying how would they do it? And I'm telling you, I've seen people do it. They assimilate to white.
What does
culture.
it matter if they can control if you can and
how
can't?
to play along.
Yes, you get to a certain level where you can do and make certain decisions to help out other people that look like you. That's the game. So I get to a place in power where now I can make the decisions and I can bring up some other black people along the way.
So his claims that most black people don't understand how to do that. Black people do this every day.
No, not most.
Yes, we do.
Not all black people.
Some, not most.
Yeah, not all black people. Do you know it's still some black people that I have talked to personally that really believe that racism is gone and it do not exist?
No, not that part. That's fucking psychotic. But I'm talking about the very thing of trying to assimilate to, I better lack of words, to the oppressors, to trying to move up and try to understand this. A bunch of do it every day.
But no.
So for his point of, most black people can do that. All black people do this every day.
No, they don't. They
yes,
don't.
they fucking do.
No, they don't.
You got the brown noses at work that fucking laugh at the boss's jokes all day.
Man, we talking about them.
No. But ain't that not the same thing?
No, that's ass
ain't that not the same? No, what the fuck? That's the same thing.
Ass kissing and assimilation are two different things.
Exactly, Kanye.
That's not what assimilation means.
If you're trying to use what the system is and navigate what it gets,
and assimilation are two different things, bro.
How do you assimilate to white culture?
Not fucking ass kissing. It's learning how to fit in, to blend in.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Assimilation.
So the very thing you shouldn't be doing.
No.
He's telling you how to navigate while still keeping your dignity.
Who you are, yes. You still have to
keep keeping your dignity as a black person, but learning how to navigate through that shit while still being a black man. Nobody say being an ass kisser or a goddamn coon.
You are aware that he makes fun of most of these people in here for the very same thing you're saying that you need to do.
No, because the reason why
if you listen to this,
no,
some black people get that in that position and they lose who they are.
Exactly. He's talking about cooning. He's talking about trying to get into a position.
All black people don't do that.
While he's talking about trying to get into a position while denigrating black people or denigrating your own self or black people that look like you, which is something that Myron Gaines do and a lot of other black people do. He's telling you how to keep yourself, your dignity as a black person, and move and still navigate through racism and still get where you want to get to. A more strategic and intelligent way. Not
in a system that they still determine if you do or not.
Yes, but you have to know how to manipulate them
because it's not a secret. Hold on, because you can imagine it's not a secret that they're doing this, right?
I don't have to be a millionaire to live comfortably. I think you getting that mixed up too. I don't have to be on Tariq Nasheed level. As long as I'm living and not surviving, is where I want to be. I don't give a damn if it's $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, whatever. I don't have to be a millionaire. I just have to navigate in this life enough so that I'm comfortable and not scratching and surviving, living paycheck to paycheck every day. And I think that's the confusion.
I can use my grandfather for example, right? When he told me about how he worked in the construction field and electrician. He said you have to assimilate to the white people at the job. You have to become something different when you're working with them so they like you. So this is how we'll navigate this field where he was always mostly the only black guy on a fucking job, is because he had to make and manipulate these people to like him and assimilate to their culture and make them feel comfortable about being around this particular black man.
So what it is to what?
No questions. Just give me your what's your overall response to what they said about this aspect of assimilation, and then we can move on.
I don't think assimilation is fucking necessary, and like I said, he makes very critical of doing that. I hear what you're saying, that you have to move a certain way in this systemic racism that's put on our people, but at the same time, you can't claim people have power, and at the same time, they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Say they didn't
hold on. Yes, you did. You said they make the determination of who can and who can't, right?
But till you get in that position of power where you take it from them, when they allow you to get
right, but
them,
okay, all right, but
you control the field a little bit.
Okay, that's fine, but there's not a secret that this is happening, right?
It's not a secret, but they're still stupid. You can still manipulate them. Just like
so a whole culture of people is stupid.
Not the whole culture. I'm just saying whatever job that you're trying to get to, anything of that nature.
I think what you're not understanding is what he is. I think what you're not understanding, what he is saying is the only reason we're not able to get ahead is because the white supremacists are backed by military power.
Okay.
All right, do you agree with what he said? Just yes or no?
We don't have the forces to fight.
Okay, so
against
Sherelle, what's your last statement regarding this conversation so we can move on?
We don't have the military power to fight against them.
King, what's your last statement about this so we can move on?
Fuck Kanji.
Kanji, what's your last statement, man? What's your last statement, man?
Go ahead,
just,
man.
All right, cool. Whatever.
Do we live in a system of white supremacy or not? Then why did the white supremacists say that they have a system of white supremacy? This is their words. They said this. They put this in law.
They can say whatever they want, Tariq. It's up to you on how you're going to go ahead and make a do of it. There's nothing holding back black people from becoming successful. As a matter of fact, why is it that we had stronger black households during the Jim Crow eras when black people were the most oppressed that they've ever been? We had higher rates of education. We had two-parent households. We had successful black families. We had more black businesses. Why is it that when we were the most oppressed, as you would claim, we actually had the best statistics, but now that we have the most freedom, we're the worst off? I'll tell you why. It's because of bad decisions. It's not a system of white supremacy as you claim. Hold on. Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. I want to get on this. Because, that's great, bro. Because you guys like to blame the police. You guys like to blame the government. You like to blame everybody else except for people making bad decisions. Explain to me this as well. You sit there and say, oh, you're not a foundationally black American, whatever. Okay, Tariq, let's say that I'm not a foundationally black American. Me and you get pulled over by the police. Do you think the police, that are racist, by the way, and led by white supremacists, do you think they give a fuck that I'm from Sudan and that you're a foundationally black American? No, we're both niggas to them. Because my hair's wavy, your hair might be a little bit wavier, but they're not going to care. We're both going to get treated the same. We're both going to go ahead and be looked at as niggas. Because they don't give a shit about this differentiation that you FBAs like to do, where you guys like to divide and conquer within your own race, which is clown world, by the way. That's a whole other thing.
Now you're going to have to let me answer.
What I'm trying to say is this. Hold on. I will. But what I'm simply saying
is why are you saying we? Because you kept saying we were in. You weren't in Jim Crow. You were immigrant. Yeah. You weren't here.
No. I'm telling you, by this white supremacist standards you're saying, because you're trying to say that, oh, it's different for FBAs versus immigrants. It's not. They look at a Nigerian, they look at a Sudanese, they look at an FBA. We're all the same to them, bro, because they see skin color. They don't give a fuck about your last name.
You keep talking about we. You weren't in Jim Crow.
Wow, here we go. The division once again, even in a conversation.
Lineage, we don't come from the same lineage. And if there's no white supremacy, why did your homeland fail when you had to flee?
You are perpetuating the very racism that you're complaining about right now.
But why did you have to flee your homeland after the white supremacists destroyed it? They destroyed the Sudan. That was the white supremacists orchestrating that, sir. Why did you have to flee if there was no white supremacy?
All right, so I want to kind of start out by saying Myron did kind of show a bit of ignorance here, and then he kind of started off with just completely deflecting, which there was a lot of deflecting easily on both sides during the entirety of this conversation. But yeah, so he just Myron moves the conversation. I mean, he dodged the L real quick. I don't know if anybody kind of caught on to that, but He did dodge that early L and then pivoted over to this delineation thing is a burden, because when the police, who is run by the white supremacist organization, aka the government, sees his Sudanese ass, as he said, he's not going to be any delineating at all. The cop is going to do it to him as you would a FBA. So, but that's just one thing that happened. There was a lot kind of going on.
I mean, he's right on that aspect, right? But when we talk about how foreigners get treated, we talk about when they go to the bank and how they get certain special treatments and credits, nigga. Okay, we don't get that. We're not talking about that other little shit. We talking about how niggas getting money. And the reason why foreigners now, why they feel like they're so much better than niggas, is because the same way we got these programs for these fucking migrants, we have the same program from niggas that come from Sudan or fucking Haiti. Those programs are always been around in America. Same way if we go from fucking America, if we go to fucking Italy or fucking London, those programs exist.
Right. And also, they offering $75,000 to black men in Japan if they want to make babies.
Bruh,
I'm going to get my $75,000.
That's not verified. That's not verified. That's Tasha K.
$75K.
That's Tasha K talking, guys.
I am
Just
coming
relax.
back with my $75,000. All right, I'm starting me up a gym. I want everybody to come to the south side of Chicago. My $75,000 is going to be meant to help everybody on the south side of Chicago. Like big gym. All right. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Hey, man.
I'm getting my just due.
That's a little good migration program.
Anyway, man, he said that's a good migration program. You got to go over there and fuck some business and we can move on. No,
that's the best migration I ever heard of.
No.
Hey,
just
listen.
cut it out, man. I'm not finna get in that. That's a whole back. I'm not opening that can of worms, okay? It's a big can of worms, not finna open it. But again, like I said, again, there was more things that said. Like, did y'all have any like comments as far as how that conversation kind of transpired between the back and forth between the thing?
I just want to make a point. He was talking about how before when we was in Jim Crow, how we was together and had business and stuff like that. I think the downfall of black people came after integration.
Yes, he's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we gave up a lot of our businesses. We gave up a lot of stuff just to integrate with people.
And also,
so that would be your response. Real quick. So that would be your response to why things was on a downfall after the Jim Crow era.
Exactly.
That's actually a pretty. I never heard that take before.
Would have said that because if you look at it. During the time of, even before that, even in the 30s and the 50s, we had our own cabs, our own buses, we had all our own shit. And then as soon as we integrated, we gave that up just to be accepted by white people.
Let me ask you something. Do you think that integration was a stupid move for black people to do?
Yeah, I do.
So then when that kind of make the point, Myron said that some black people are stupid. That was kind of stupid for us to do.
It wasn't that they were stupid. They had to play the fucking game, and that's the problem.
To play the game that Tariq and she said to do that worked against us.
Let me explain something to you. Martin Luther King, they had the nigga by the balls. Okay, that's what happened. They manipulated the nigga a little bit, and he sold us out. I'm sorry.
He was having too many orgies, man. His brain couldn't.
I ain't gonna lie.
His brain couldn't think.
Niggas ain't gonna like what it is.
What is this hot takes all over the place?
No, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Dr. Martin Luther King. I love you.
Let me explain. Because Dr. Martin Luther King, he didn't want integration. That's what they made him say.
I don't know his daughter's name. I have nothing to do with what they saying. Do not come for me. That's right. These two motherfuckers.
He's right. Because he felt bad about it. After he said, I think that integration was a mistake. Because after it happened.
At the end of the day, this is why. The problem was, even back then, in like you said, the Jim Crow era, but the problem is nobody else did business with black people but black people. So that kept that economy, that circulation of dollar. The white man actually wanted to integrate us to destroy us because they saw we had power in our money. Because Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, they had backing of the people. They didn't have no fucking organizations, business, or these people that they had black families.
Right,
we had our own baseball league. We had a bunch of shit.
But that answers your question when you make the point of how these immigrants are coming here and getting these dowries and then getting all this promotion because it's a separation tactic.
Continue, King.
But I'm just saying. So by allowing that to happen. Damn, y'all made me lose my fucking train of thought, man.
You didn't have one to think with.
I did because like I was saying, they wanted to break the foundation of our dollar. They forced integration on us. So they said, if you wanted to get what you want for us to leave you alone, you got to let us come in on your side of the field and get some of what y'all got going on. And he was like, well, I really don't want to do that. Well, we ain't going to do what the fuck you asking. So he had to give a little, but they took more when we gave that little. He ended up losing in the trade. He played the game, but he thought he saw something. Most people, when you're playing the game, you always think you're going to fucking win. You don't fucking think you're going to lose. And then he started to fucking lose. And this is where he said, in the end, he started to feel guilty because he kind of saw where it was heading. So now, all we technically wanted with the whole civil rights movement was to be fucking left alone, where they couldn't come in and destroy our businesses, kill us and all this, and we wanted proper bank loans and proper education like how you get your education. We didn't want old and outdated books trying to catch up to you. That's all we fucking wanted. We didn't really give two fucks about sitting at your restaurant. That's what they promote on television. But when you actually do the history and learn what niggas was really wanted, they just wanted to be left alone and to be able to get fucking, to make money without every time we built something, like he said, they came in and destroyed it. They always did that. And that's what niggas was fighting for. Just as motherfuckers to give us our space and leave us alone. But they said no, because we saw what y'all was doing with y'all money. And like they said, they have stats. Black people at one point had more money than fucking white people, and that didn't sit well with the middle-aged, poor-ass fucking white people. What the fuck is these niggas doing with all this shit over here? It's because we allowed them to carve out a space, but now all we wanted was education. Proper education and to be left alone. The integration was something that they employed on us because they knew that would break our foundation. It's a long game and we lost the long game. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And they wasn't stupid black people. They just got outplayed. That happens. They were not dumb black people. They just got outplayed. It happens.
All right, last statement. Any last rebuttal statement, Kanji, if you have one?
Selling your resources to your oppressors is stupid.
All right, Sherelle.
Martin Luther King dream was a nightmare. And
that's actually a bar. Hold on. All right, hold on. I get you. All right. Fine.
It thought it'd be cussing people out. Y'all playing around. It was a
nightmare.
It thought it'd be cussing people out. Y'all playing around.
I only gave him the bars because that shit was like that. That shit was poetic a little bit. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's true though. It was a damn nightmare. But
he said on his way out, the shit was bad. What the fuck are we talking about?
But I like to add to what he was saying was that I think that the reason we wanted to be integrated so much because we were made to believe that white people were better than us.
The grass is greener on the
You know
side.
what I'm saying? And we wanted to see what that nice lifestyle was like. And then we played the game. We took the bait, and this is where we're at now. And now we trying to get back to it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I just want to add, according to Clark Anderson, it was especially back then, black people were what we really wanted. I mean, it's very similar to what King was talking about. We wanted an equal investment into our communities as whites. We wanted equal investment into our education system as whites. We wanted equal opportunities to get loans and things of that nature, so we can start on a business easier as it was given to whites. I mean, look at the redlining and all that stuff. We wanted equal opportunity to get land and homes and stuff like that, and build homes for our families as whites. That's what we truly wanted. But integration is just, I mean, it's better than it's better than like completely being tossed aside and all that stuff. That's kind of what Claude Anderson's perspective on it was. But I mean, obviously, I agree with everything y'all said. I mean, that's just how everything was just laid out. So we got two more places, starting with this one.
Simply saying there's nothing in 2024 that is holding black people from success. This white supremacy that you claim is a facade. You can go ahead and become successful regardless of your skin color in 2024.
It's a facade. If it was real in your homeland, it's real over here. It's a real global phenomenon.
So you're really going to compare Sudan to the United States of America?
Yeah, white supremacy is white supremacy all over the world, sir.
Incredible.
It's all over. It's white supremacy.
You're comparing a third world country
it's white supremacy
to the United States.
Tariq, I have a question. Why do all black millionaires and billionaires buy houses in white communities? Why do you think that?
Well, if we live in a white community, it ain't a white community, then is it?
Boom. All right, so what do y'all think about that?
That was a double-edged sword, stupid. That was a stupid question, but at the same time, it was a white community before the first black family decided to move there. So then you got to ask you a question of why they decide to move there. The object is, and this is the part I kind of agree with Myron that if the idea of, like you said, they were playing the game back in the past, they got outplayed, but we know that now, and we still making the same decisions now. Because if you're a black family living in the hood, you got some money now, you got a decent job, but you take your silly ass over there to a predominantly white neighborhood. Who fault is that? Putting your dollar into the white neighborhood.
I think the reason he did that is because a white neighborhood is probably more protected than a black neighborhood. And if we got a group of black people that was on the same code and was wanting to protect their community, like Tulsa, Oklahoma was, and even then they got fucking bombs dropped on them by our own fucking government.
No, that actually happened in Philly in the 80s. People act like that wasn't 100 years ago. But
exactly.
That happened in Philly. They literally dropped bombs on Philly in the 80s.
You got to understand, like I think as black people, man, and this dude Myron, right? I think we try to look for any reason to try to say, well, that nigga ain't black and he ain't this and he that. We try to look for any reason to try to say that a black person can't speak on certain issues if they move to a white neighborhood, if they do this. That man has a wife and children, all right? He has to look out for the best interests of his wife and his children. We know that white neighborhoods are protected. Black neighborhoods are not protected. If he took his family and tried to stay into a black neighborhood, trying to be real and keep it real and all of that shit, we know that he's going to put his family in danger. I don't care what nobody says. The reason that these black neighborhoods are so ridden with crime and have so much violence is because of the lack of resources and the amount of poverty that's there.
But then how can we have black people complain about the white people having 85% of the wealth if we keep giving our wealth to them? It's a struggle for a black family or wealthy black family to stay in
How do you know what his other investments are?
That's irrelevant.
It's relevant because you just said he's not investing into the black neighborhood or not investing into anything black.
That's irrelevant.
He put a museum in a black neighborhood, a predominantly black neighborhood.
About?
No, he said if you did.
Tariq Nasheed
I'm not talking about Tariq Nasheed. I'm talking about black people. Period.
But we basing it off of the fact that you just said he went and put his money into a white neighborhood.
I wouldn't talk about him.
But I understand why he did it because the white neighborhood is protected.
Okay, but that's fine. But you can't.
No, I get where you going when you saying some black people go and spend their money with whites. That is a psychological thing that we're gonna have to fix. We just ain't there yet.
Which is stupid to put your money into.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
Like this. So,
we complain about the 85% wealth thing, but we're taking our dollar.
Let me explain something. Let me really explain something.
Everybody get their rounds in.
Let me explain something to you. I don't think you are understanding the difference between stupid and ignorance. That's ignorance. That's not stupid. They got a lot of black people that's very intelligent, but just don't understand how to build generational wealth or how not to spend with certain cultures and build their own culture. They're not stupid. They're just unaware of the fact of what they're doing. They have a certain ignorance to that.
I mean, it's not even that. Black people don't have nothing technically to go spend their money with. There's not a lot of black restaurants. There's not a lot of black clothing stores. They're not black. There's no black hospitals. There's no black car dealerships.
It's up and coming.
I mean, no, I'm just saying. So
because they're not in their neighborhoods to make them. They're going over there. If they stay right where the fuck they at.
See, because you buy a house somewhere doesn't mean you left the community. That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean
so
you.
Kent, let me ask you something. If you win a lottery, what would be the first thing you do? I mean, are you gonna buy the liquor store right there?
Actually, I would. I would actually buy all.
Yeah, if you can buy every store in there. They don't do that.
No, I would.
They don't do that. I know. I found you. They don't do that.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't do that. They move to predominantly white neighborhoods.
No, but I still would move to a predominantly white neighborhood because, like he said, it's protected. And
why not be with your people?
Let me explain because your people are envious. So and they
what?
People are envious if they see what you have. And you're not willing to.
So go with a bunch of people that don't like you, or with people that just envious of you.
Yes, because
they will call the cops on you, get you shot in your own fucking yard. Versus people that just mean mug you all day.
No, they won't mean mug me. They're gonna steal and rob me and may shoot me one day.
I would say just like we talked about the rat experiment when the poor rats went and robbed the rats that had the most. If I sit around, if I sit around and eat a steak in front of the hungry homeless man every day, eventually that nigga's gonna get tired of me doing that and try to take that motherfucker because he's hungry.
Okay, but it didn't seem like
you can't bring a certain level of wealth around poverty. Our people are in a broken, impoverished state right now.
That's fine, but then
we have to do our due diligence to try and build it up, but it's not going to happen overnight.
So go to the people that you don't like community.
Go to where your family can be protected.
How are they protected in the white neighborhood?
Because it's protected by the police.
They're not going to protect you. That's their best interest. That ain't your best interest.
You act like all these white people finna get together, go to his house with tiki torches and try to kill this.
It doesn't happen like that no more.
It ain't like that. That's what you kind of extreme with the shit.
I mean, I think both. I mean, everybody's being extreme. Both sides are being extreme on this matter. And I want y'all to get y'all last thing. I still gotta. Well, I'm just gonna say it right now because I actually got the floor. I'm actually on Kanji's side on this, just for the record. It's just that the difficulty in achieving what Kanji wants is quite astronomical. It's going to require this aspect, this own code thing. This going to have to be instilled and ingrained in everybody that's participant. You know what I'm saying? The first thing I want to say is there are high scale black neighborhoods. You can go to Madison right now and go to the not even the best side of Dalton. I mean not Dalton, but Dalton. Dalton Madison. Have that little even like the lower, the quote unquote lower end of Madison is actually like really nice houses and things of that nature. But those like predominantly all black people. The nice side of Madison is like mostly all black people. There's other towns, you know what I'm saying, townships around Chicago that's predominantly high scale or high earning blacks as well. So Tariq Nasheed could have picked a place in near Chicago. He could have picked a place that's I don't know, somewhere in Texas somewhere where there's a high amount of a lot of like a gated community where there's a lot of black people that don't mind Tariq Nasheed being there. You know what I'm saying?
But who's to say he's not living around other black people?
Yeah, I mean,
it's not.
How do you know that?
You can look it up. It's called Google.
No, it's not.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I've heard
it's your Jesus. Why don't you know?
I'm going to answer that. I'm going to answer that.
I've heard him say
I'm going to answer that. He said celebrities. He said you heard him what he said with his own words.
It's a smart ass comment. Huh? That was just a smart ass comment.
We can't assume he's always been.
He did. I heard him say before that he had some black neighbors that were famous people.
I'm going to say I'm going to say it like this. In the context of the video we just saw, because I'm operating within this video because this is the video that's going viral right now. Not everybody's gonna know all of the context that you're aware of, Real. But that's good that they're watching this podcast right now, so they know that that Tariq is more on code than they assume. But going by the context of this video alone, he's implying that when one black person moves into a white neighborhood, it's no longer a no longer a white neighborhood. That's cap. It truly is cap. And that was a mistake for him to say that.
I think he was saying that because when you move in, they move out. I don't.
He didn't say that.
You don't have to say that. Motherfucking history shows when black.
That's the fuck he does have to say that. What are you talking about, bro? It's still predominantly white. If you one white person,
bro, you can't.
I think y'all take it a little too serious.
A little too serious, but
it's like a joke, bro. When black people move when a black person moves on the dominantly white block that are rich people, they fucking move.
Of course that happens, but I'm saying if he's not,
therefore it's no longer a fucking white neighborhood because they're leaving now.
It's still a predominantly white neighborhood. They run everything.
I think he's being sarcastic and. When he's saying, "Well, it's not a white neighborhood now,"
I'm not gonna
understand how Tariq Nasheed is kind of a troll.
Sometimes he just be sarcastic.
I get what you're saying. Like let's cut off the examples. Let's cut off the extra words and stuff like that. Let's just go straight to the point now because we run way pound on time. Mm-hmm. Yes, I have to respond to that. Yes, that obviously happens. What you just said, always happens. Chill, nigga.
Y'all pissing me off, man.
Chill then. Just relax, boy. How does he get mad at me for agreeing with him? Yes, of course that happens, Keem. It's a problem when everybody that watched this doesn't know that already. And if he's not going to say that, if he's not going to lay that foundation, lay down that setting, people are going to get confused. So it's our job on this podcast, because this is your job, to express the full context of what's happened. If you want to...
I did, and y'all dumbasses said it doesn't
You
happen.
need to listen right now. You need to listen right now. This is your time to listen, okay?
I'm done listening.
All right, so again, that's great that happens. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go off of what I'm not gonna assume he's trolling. I'm not gonna assume he's joking, because not everybody's gonna watch this is gonna assume he's joking and trolling. We have to go clean off the merits of his words. Given the context that's presented and the individual videos we just watched. It just is what it is. Now that's where I'm coming from, okay? Everything you said is obviously fucking true. It's likely that a lot of white people are going to move out because Tariq Nasheed and maybe other black people moved in, whatever. My thing is, okay, for him to say that, in that video alone, that's all he said, that was a mistake to make. That was the wrong thing to say in that concept, because people gonna take that and then flip it and make whatever narrative they want about it. And then everything you said is gonna be a moot fucking point, because not enough people, those people are not gonna watch the Chicago Black Delegation podcast to make that same inference. Okay, so he made a mistake by being deflective in that matter. Instead, he should have said something similar to the matter of, "Hey, yeah, I want to protect my family." What Rail said was a perfect response to this. Now, in order to make that, I would say, to make what Kanji said to happen, because that's actually what we should be aspiring towards, building back black communities. But unfortunately, not everybody in the black community is on code. Unfortunately, there's been some massacres that happened in the past. There's going to be some things that's going to have to happen first in order for us to create this safe zone for black families. It just is what it is, and it's unfortunate that rich black people are not confident in the lower in our bottom 20% and slightly above. But until the rich people get on code and get in on this fight and create these like defense systems, give people some money to defend our environments, buy some infrastructures to help protect us from future bombings and stuff like that. It's gonna be a whole lot of infrastructure that needs to be set in place before rich black people like Tariq Nasheed is gonna feel safe in all black neighborhoods. Despite that, I still think he still could have moved into one of these quote unquote higher end or higher earning black neighborhoods. You have a response so we can move on. Did that make sense? Did not make sense?
I told you I was
that's perfect.
Let's go.
Anybody else?
Ken, if I moved into your house, is it your house or our house?
Still my house, bitch.
All right, the fuck I'm talking about. Continue.
Y'all kill me, man. This last place, guys.
It don't even make sense because it's still my house, stupid.
This 37 seconds, guys.
Still a white neighborhood, stupid.
Actually 27 seconds.
Once 10 niggas move on the block, 40 up leave. So what we talking about? And then after that, when they see all of them leaving, now they all gone. Now you know who moves in? All niggas.
I'm doing a savage moment. I stopped listening. Continue, Marcus.
Y'all kill me, bro. All right, guys. This is last place, bro. Last place.
The J6ers, right? And Trump. It's
you
valid,
know how you don't
right?
go into
it's valid, right?
Okay.
The disparities in crack versus cocaine, right? It's an epidemic when it's y'all on meth and opioids, right? When it hits my community, it's criminals. We gotta have
Myron.
Yeah. Hey, Rios, how about this? Myron. How about you just don't go into the judicial system and don't commit crimes? How about that?
So Myron, so you think how about
you just don't commit crimes?
Myron, you think all police actions are justified, right?
Okay, so this is last place. So Myron was presented with when the drug situations hits the black community, like the system fights the the drug users and the people or the civilians themselves. But when the drug situation hits the white community, it becomes a pandemic or something that needs full investment into to alleviate the actual source of the issue. You know what I'm saying? So like, no, yeah, that's what happens, right? And then Myron responded by saying, oh well, why don't you just stop being locked up? Why don't you just stop going to jail? Stop committing crimes.
Oh no, he's stupid for that. I don't get him.
Anybody else?
No, I mean, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
Real, you gotta. So we all agreed that he was tweaking.
Yeah, he was tweaking. I think he misunderstood what was being said.
All of a sudden we gonna do that to him though?
All right, it's been a Chicago Black. He's
stupid. He's still stupid.
It's been a Chicago Black Delegation podcast, and we out of here. Catch on the flip side. All right. Yeah, what a fucking crazy episode. Okay, what's up, everybody? Yeah, like I said, that's been the whole episode, man. Hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. Everybody that's watching, everybody else been watching live, everybody that's been watching the replay right now. Like I said, hold on, man. You gotta do the outro. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody, we're gonna do the final outros for everybody. You know, let them know who y'all is and stuff like that. What y'all about? Starting with King, cause he gotta get out of here.
King Savage, fuck Kanji.
Thank you. Rail, please.
Hollywood Rail.
Yeah, I guess I'm Hollywood Rail now, man. You know, still out here doing personal training and acting and all that good stuff, man. So, yeah, that's it.
As Kanji, catch me on the Black Delegation podcast. You know what I'm saying? Fuck King.
Hey man, this has been like literally the most lit episode ever, and I hope y'all enjoy it on the replay. So we'll see y'all around. What's this thing? Bad Power Numbers by Cloud Anderson. You know what I'm saying? Do that.
White men deserve more.
All right. I gave you one agreement, okay? I'm not biased. You can't say I'm biased. I gave you one agreement. All right. Yep. That was good. So, would you have picked anything else from the conversation, Kanji, about because like I said, that was long. Because like I said, there was some things he was saying there was some deflections going. He did do a lot of deflecting throughout the video.
No, there's some stuff. I gotta look for it. I remember I had stopped the video.
You still gotta respond to these comments, King.
I had to stop the video.
I didn't see all the comments you saw. I only saw like.
No, I'm talking about when we do your little chemo report shit.
I know it was like an hour or some change in. I heard what she was saying. That I can admit, okay, I kind of agree with that, but
all that stuff, the delineation serves a political purpose, and that is the purpose that it should serve. There are people that are within the FBA movement. There are people within the ADOS movement that are not Tariq Nasheed, that are not I can't say Tariq Nasheed, but they are not Yvette Carnell and the other guy that does ADOS home, that do a lot of xenophobic, that make a lot of xenophobic statements and are doing like overt and unnecessary separation. What you're saying absolutely does matter, and that is like the primary reason why I had to say a lot of why I had to like as far as the FBA movement, you know, the people that spoke to me, like they're not doing enough. They're not doing any in-house cleaning. FBA is not doing a lot of in-house cleaning. There's a lot of people within. I'm sure there's a bunch of agents that are masquerading as FBA that are doing a bunch of fuck shit. But it's obviously they incite and inspire the other actual FBAs to do a bunch of fuck shit as well. So it's just yet another imperfect group with a whole bunch of imperfect people, and unfortunately a lot of them are really fucking retarded. It just is what it is. But again, as far as a political purpose, it's actually it makes perfect sense, and it needs to be a thing. social thing, that thing is like it's concerning. Okay. How do I put this? It's definitely concerning. And but yeah, we're gonna talk about it more probably like next week. We gonna talk about Yvette Cardell and all that shit.